Oh, I look tired. That's because I am tired, y'all. Look at me. Come on in the room. Mm. Was it here or was it? Zit. Everybody got zits. So it's time for me to take this down. Wash, baby. Damn, already? Hey, babies. Hey, boos. Hey, boo. So, all orders just went out today except for one because there's a uh, address issue. So I'm waiting for the client to get back to me. So all y'all orders have been mailed out. Round two for the Karma soap and the um, ancestor put the power of the ancestor petition candles is about to go live right now. All right. Also, the Karma soap is getting ready to be restocked. One order per person, please. I just had to refund somebody because they got more than one. If you get more than one, I'm going to only send you a refund for the other one. I'm not playing. I want other people to get it as well. This is for Lionsgate Energy. This is not for a profit. Even though I'm selling it, that's not what's driving me, right? Hey, Paula. I hope you will. Empress Coco. We in love with the Coco. Kyra, what's up? Chandra, 10 Pisces. Hey, baby. Deborah. Or Deborah. Because it's not Deborah, it's Deborah. Alexis, what's up? Child, I had been running errands and whatnot today, so you know I'm feeling good, looking good. Did y'all hear? Angelina, what's up? How y'all doing? Dominique, what's up? How y'all doing? Coming in the building. I love y'all so much. Thank you to everybody who's here. My subscribers, new and old. Shout out to my unsubscribers who still watch me. God bless you abundantly above all that you could ever ask or think, according to the promise and the purpose that worketh in God and you. Because even my unsubscribers have a purpose. Y'all have to understand. Sometimes you either outgrow people or people outgrow you. It's one or the other. Some people will not resonate with you if you changed your frequency. It's just like a radio tone, a radio dial. If somebody may have been following you for gossip and your content changes, then apparently they're gonna change too if they have not as well. So we don't release people in hatred over here. Even if you may dismiss yourself in hatred, that has nothing to do or reflect upon me and everybody who is like me that rocks with me. That has everything to do with you. And may you find what you are looking for. May you find peace. May you find grace. May you find mercy. May you find love. May you find joy. May you find it all in the Holy Ghost. Because we all need it. Nobody is exempt. Some of us just choose to. I'm sorry, y'all, but the middle of my titties is itching. I'm going to scratch. But don't mind me. It is 5:48. I wanted to update everybody. Just got through running around the errands and stuff. The cord cutting for $15.15 is up to go for Saturn's Day and Tuesday, Mardi. Thank God. So all you got to do is what I am requiring is just for you to send your first and last name or your whole name. Your date of birth is optional. If you have gotten for the $60 Starseed race identifier for $60, Please give me at least up to 7 days as a turnover rate because I have to do research with your photo and your date of birth, your natal chart and all of that other stuff. Because one of the reasons why a lot of people don't tell you, and excuse me, I burp. One of the reasons why a lot of people don't tell you why the natal chart is so important to our journey is because number one, we must first. This is gonna listen what I feel in my spirit. I'm getting ready to drop some very simple but important jewels, and it's going to be very simple but important. I want y'all to know two things about a natal chart. One of the two things y'all may say, oh, y'all already knew, but it's more complex than just knowing on the surface. Okay, number one, because we come from the stars, this is why we have what you call a natal chart. It's originally called a star chart. Okay, we call it natal chart because nativity or natal implicates that you've traveled from one place to another to be born. Okay, so when you have a natal chart like nativity, right? Nativity, when you think of Jesus traveling, his parents traveling from one place to another for him to be born in a major manger in Bethlehem so the prophecies of the coming one can be fulfilled, then you will understand what I'm saying. So everyone has a star chart if you are born of a woman. And it's not because you are born of a man, it's because you're born of a woman. All right. So you came from the void or the heavens above to be born here. So you have your star chart, right? Those of you who do not have star charts are either born soulless, like test tube children. And I hate to say that, but it's true. Born soulless can be test tubes, clones, that kind of thing. They don't have star charts. Okay. Now a clone will have a clone chart. All right. Hello, everybody that's coming in. Hi, everybody that's coming in. I love y'all. Well, you can go right now and get in on the soap, y'all. So just letting y'all know right now, the Karma Bar soap is restocked. One per person, please. Yes, and it is visible on the store. So the Karma soap is restocked right now as I speak. And the Power of the Ancestors petition candle is there. Please do yourself a justice and a service to read the description box. I literally take my time to describe in detail as best and as thorough as I can what each product does for you. All right, because I want y'all to know that I'm putting I'm putting energy, power, I'm putting in all kind of stuff in there, and it's not just me. I got a spiritual team of heavy hitters that has been helping me do a lot of this stuff. I think of y'all every day. Ah, man, why am I'm such a big gangster baby. Like, it's just feel like I want to cry. I do. I think about y'all every day. I would be in the store. If I got to go to the store once a day or however many times a week I got to go to a store, I will literally be pushing a cart or just walking through the aisles, and I'll go there for like some tea or something. But I'm always thinking about what can I do to help the collective grow and get free and stay protected and stay hydrated out here in this bitch and glow and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because all of that matters to me. I'm not saying this to like brag or anything, but I pray for all of us. And it feels so good to think of others outside of yourself. It feels amazing to pray for others outside of you. Y'all, why am I getting so freaking mushy right now? So I really am. I'm always thinking about y'all. And I'm not saying that just to say it. Like, I hope y'all feel the love resonating out of my heart chakra. Like, I really love y'all. And I just want to see y'all get it. Like, I do. If nothing else, I want to see y'all make it. Because I know what it feels like to be at your lowest point after you've helped everybody else with their dark night of the soul, even though God may have told you to back up because that was him bringing them through something, because there were some lessons that they needed to learn. And you may not have been able to discern because all you thought you were doing was being a friend. But the truth is, those kind of people, they rape your soul and your spirit. And when it's your turn, they'll leave you out to die. They'll leave you out to hang and die and be burnt to a crisp. But little do they know, you die to be reborn. You burn to be risen out of the ashes. You hang out to dry so that you can be renewed again. And so I'm here for several reasons. I'm here to stand in the gap for y'all on many different levels, not just good things, but also for karmic justice and different things like that. But I'm also here to stand in the gap for those who have been orphaned spiritually and otherwise, abandoned, thrown under the bus, lied on, talked about, gossiped. I want you to know you can make it out. And if you don't have anybody else beside God and your ancestors and your spiritual crew, trust me, I'm not the only one on this channel. We got a lot of, and I keep looking because I live by a cemetery, y'all. So sometimes I find myself just looking straight. I'm not always gonna be looking at this camera. I like cemeteries. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I love cemeteries. Um, it's something quiet and very protective about cemeteries. You're gonna feel that spooky, but it's something about cemeteries. You know what I'm saying? Look, I got Bastet. I'm wearing Bastet. So anyway, I just want y'all to get it. I want y'all to get it. I want y'all to grow. I want y'all to know. I want y'all to go slow. In this cord cutting ceremony that's going to take place, the first half is going to be this Saturday, and the other half is going to be Tuesday. I just want y'all to know this is going to be a very pivotal point because this is going to be a major milestone. And this cord cutting comes with opening up different things on your behalf as well, closing certain doors and windows and cracks and crevices and opening up things as well for you. So I just want y'all to know that I really am rooting for y'all like heavy, and I'm heavy on the rooting for y'all. Like, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I one day hope to be in a room where I can see like my true people, and I can look at y'all, and like we just like have some good clean fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm serious, just good clean fun. No, turn up and do whatever, but like no hatred, no nothing. Like it's just to feed off of each other and to show everybody that that kind of love can be reciprocated. It's unfortunate that we live in a world, and this is bringing me to the topic of, I have two topics of discussion, but one is the major one is what I named this video about. The topic of discussion for me, and this is the intro, for a lot of the reasons when the word of God says that in those last and evil, and I'm paraphrasing, in these last and evil days, that the love of God and the love for one another was going to grow. It was going to wax cold. It was going to grow cold. The word wax means to grow or get bigger, right? Or to increase in size. And it's because everybody exalts themselves in a place of selfishness and not selflessness. And the people that are held responsible for the implementation of this thought process is the old order or the old powers that be. Because whoever has created the rat race and the slave mentality and the hamster wheel, those are the ones that are responsible and will be held and is being held accountable, in my not humble opinion, but in my spiritual fact of me sitting on the judgment seat. They are going to pay and be hung out to, for whatever karmic justice is going to be served, or whatever execution that's going to be placed upon them, because they did it to not help the world evolve, but they did it under the guise of evolution, telling y'all that if you acquire this, if you acquire that, if you get this, if you get that, you've made it. And so they have placed a false label of what success looks like on things that is not as easily tangible for the modern person, for the common folk like you and I, right? And the reason why I said common folk is because we're down here walking and making the world go round, while the evil ones are sitting back and are laughing. And let me just say this, y'all. Just because somebody is rich, running over with money, does not make them evil. That's another mindset that I'm putting out there right now. I hereby decree and declare under the sound of my voice for myself, my family, and everybody who's watching this, who is in alignment with what I'm saying, that we no longer subscribe nor consent to believing that finances, wealth, and money, monetary gain, in any innocent and just form equivalates to being an enmity toward God. God is a wealthy God. And God wants me to be running over, my cup running over with wealth and optimal health, because God is the source of that. And if I am on this earth to reflect Elohim, then I should reflect Elohim in every way imaginable. So Deuteronomy 8:18 says, behold, it is the Lord thy God that gives you the power to get wealth, to establish his covenant upon the earth. So God is giving us the power, chosen children, to get wealth, to establish his covenants upon the earth, not just for you to be comfortable, but for you to be comfortable and to be making other people's lives comfortable as well. Now, you got to know and have discernment. Thank you, Holy God, for giving us discernment alongside of our monetary blessings, because we're going to know who to bless and who to step away from, because not everybody who's coming with their hand out deserves it. It's some people's karma to be where they're going to be when they come across you, right? So we are rich in spirit, we're rich in soul, we are rich in the 3D world, we're rich in health, we're rich in wealth, we're rich in mindset. We have power, love, and a sound mind. We're not focusing on fear and all of that stuff. We're focusing on what we have. And if we have to focus on fear, it's only to bring attention to, bring it out to the forefront so we can uproot out. And then anything that has a negative connotation that we're going to be uprooting today or bringing out to the forefront, we're going to place love, power, and a sound mind to inhabit that place, because nature does not promote a vacuum. It does not like vacancies. It will find something to fill that hole up. Even a void is not void, if that makes any sense. Because in the void, which is 555, goddess energy, right? Kali Ma, which is the great destroyer. But then you have Shiva, which is the great destroyer and the rebirth. So Shiva and Kali Ma works together as husband and wife, right? That's how you know the great void or great destruction brings. That's death and Tower card mixed together, right? So you would have the death card, which would be, in my humble opinion, which would be Shiva. And then you would have Kali Ma, who brings the tower. Now, they can interchange one for the other, right? So one day she can be, death, and the death card, the 13th card, and he can be the tower. But they do work hand in hand because they are husband and wife, and he is submitted to her as well as she unto him. And again, they do interchange equally. So they work side by side. One is not more so over the other, which is a beautiful counterpart to have, right? A lot of people are afraid to work with Shiva energy. A lot of people are afraid to work with Kali Ma. Well, you first of all, you need to approach, and that's another thing, as we're getting closer to October, because things are going to get, I'm hearing stranger things. It's going to get more stranger and stranger. So I want y'all to know that, just keep your eyes and your ears open, peel back, or whatnot. I have been getting some downloads from from some of our celebrities who have been deceased and passed over, and uh I have been getting some beautiful downloads and some stuff, and I'm working on compiling some things with the reason why I'm taking my time is because I'm working with permission. I don't ever want to do anything without permission from those who passed on. That is who I check with first. Okay. You know when they cursed, I'm gonna give you some points. I did that because y'all, come on now. My thing says dot 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 dot. All right. My sentence is not finished on purpose. So please don't say she didn't. She never finishes her thoughts. I'm so tired of hearing y'all in the spiritual realm saying that bullshit. Anyway, you know when someone's cursed when they dot 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 dot. Okay. One of the points that I want y'all to understand, because love season is in the air. Um, some of us is still under the lovers card, which is number 6 Gemini. 3 on 3, which is master number 33, is getting ready to come together and make 6, which is heavenly unions and heavenly marriages being materialized on earth. Number 1, no one can stop that. It's written. Number 2, no one can access the Akashic records or think that they can write in some whatever enchanted book that they think is enchanted. That kind of stuff. I just heard something, and I was gonna say something, but I'm like, I'm not gonna say it because I want them to be dumb. I want y'all to think y'all know what y'all doing when y'all don't. But there's no way y'all can stop these unions or try to rewrite the future or try to rewrite history or try to rewrite the present and all this other stuff. So the power of time is no longer in the hands of the wicked, which is a beautiful thing. However, this is what's getting ready to happen on the three-dimensional realm. If you've ever heard of trick or treat at its finest, so some of you are going to be led to buy like gargoyles and different things. Y'all know here on this channel, I've taught about gargoyles before. But if you're new to this channel, I'm just going to slightly because this is going to go into, if they're cursed, if they, right? So gargoyles are they were originally made as concrete statues that actually were enchanted to house the actual bodies of the mythical creatures like gargoyles and griffins to protect chapels, churches, homes, and any other building bodies that was used to harness or call down or compel some kind of power. Okay? And this power is greater than or outside of the 3D. So if you see like plastic gargoyles, stuff like in the Halloween store, because again, all this stuff is coming out. You might want to go ahead and get that if you feel compelled or drawn to. Some of you may feel compelled or drawn to just buy a pumpkin. Some of you may feel compelled to carve that pumpkin. Whether you do that or not, it does not matter. Some of you may feel to put it on the outside of your home. Some of you may feel to put it at the door on the inside of your home. Some of you may feel to hang something in your house, outside of your house, inside of your house. One thing for me is a mezuzah, right? So if you don't know what a mezuzah is, this is dealing with anybody with the Hebrew or Hebraic background, or you don't have to necessarily have a Hebraic background. Some of us may have what we call the Zohar in our homes. I, for one, own a Zohar because I believe in the mythical power of just having a Zohar in your possession will keep you protected. However, that is attached and tied to certain energies and entities that comes with the Kabbalah, the branch of Kabbalah and Jewish and Hebraic mysticism. This is also down the line of Chaldean and Babylonian mysticism as well. When I say mysticism, I'm not talking about mythical or imaginary. I am talking about metaphysical, real, that carves or ties the mundane into the spiritual realm. All right. So with all that being said, because there is a need to up your protection for the things that are coming and will be revealed. All right, I keep telling y'all Christmas, not Christmas. For some of us, Christmas is coming early, but for others, Halloween has been almost all year long, because of the veil. The veil has been thin since late last year. It's been getting thinner and thinner. We got Syrian energy coming through, along with I'm hearing Lemurian. So if you have your Lemurian quartz, now's the time to start really meditating and getting in and honing in on your stuff. Number two, we have the Pleiadian energies are here as well, but I'm hearing something about them taking like more so of a back seat. There's something going on where Lemurians and Atlanteans are being like pushed at the forefront. I do know that I do know that Anunnaki is here, and I also know that the Mantis energy is also here. I kind of sometimes think of the bug sector as high level, more darker energy of the Anunnaki. What I'm saying when it comes to Starseed race may go over a lot of people's head. It's fine if it does. Just ask questions, right? So, um, with that all being said, I want y'all let all of us start to guard our hearts against false potentials. Whether you are a divine masculine or divine feminine energy, we we bless you here on this channel. Sometimes they say the great fakes will show up before the real deals. I've had my share of false partners show up. When I say false partners, that does not necessarily mean I got into a relationship with them. I've had a number of potentials in the past few months show up, and while they are false, there are still lessons to be learned. Because number one, some of these people are sent by your ops, your opposers, because they don't want you to come into the divine union. Okay, a lot of your ops are stuck in karmic situations that they can't get out of, and they want you to be as miserable as you. I mean, they want you to be as miserable as them. Sorry about that. Golly, a karmic must be watching, child. How them pancakes taste. Anyway, um, so you have that kind of energy, right? But then sometimes, okay, so if they're not being stopped by the universe and they're being allowed to materialize, a lot of the times it's also going to be for your guys to see how you're going to react. And if there's any lessons for you to learn. A lot of times they want you to prove to yourself, or they want to show you by using other people, not necessarily through karmics, they can use them or not. They want to show you how far you've came in your love journey. Not only that, but where you are, where you feel safe to trust yourself in certain areas, and where you feel unsafe in the other areas, right? So just not beware, but just be on your guard your heart, because some of you may have one more blast, and I'm hearing blast from the past. So some of you may have a blast from the past. Others may have one real feat that is going to, it's one feature of a new energy that may mimic an old flame or past love, that is going to be the test, right? You are going to have discernment whether or not that person is sent as your divine counterpart, or if they are sent as the divine test. Now, this is the curveball for my divine feminines and my divine masculines. For those of you who have made it this far in light and love, you have stood all the other tests. You will not fail. You can There's no, this is a fail-proof test. I'll tell you why. Number one, the reason why it's a fail-proof test, because even if that person that is sent to you is a divine lesson and is not a divine counterpart, you are going to be able to trust yourself in such a way. First of all, if you need to immediately walk away and not even open up, shut the door before you can even get open, you're going to know. You're going to do it. Number two, if this is going to be one more type of thing that may be sent to open you up before the divine counterpart comes through, you will know, you will act accordingly, and you will be able to detach accordingly. Number three, if this indeed is your divine counterpart, they will have no signs of being cursed, living in cursed energy, being under cursed energy. And these are the signs that is going to lead you to whether or not they are going to be a divine karmic or divine counterpart. The reason why I say divine karmic is because that is one of the greatest lessons you're going to learn and love. When somebody is cursed, they cannot keep funds. Okay? You can always look at their money. A lot of the times, 9 times out of 10, because let's just, 9 times out of 10, the 1 out of the 10 is they have bad money management. Some of us have good hearts, but bad money management. God will be working with us on this kind of thing. But 9 times out of 10, if they are a divine karmic sent to grow you up in one little bit area for the last time, they're not going to come with blessings. They're a lesson. So they're not a blessing, they're a lesson. Anything that they have could be an indication of them falling apart. A lot of times, karmics, their stuff is falling apart. Let's say, for example, they can go to one of those home furniture stores. They can buy a bed or they can buy a set. And 3 months or less, this set is falling apart. There's just stuff you can always tell if you go to their house. It's just stuff is always falling apart, or something's always wrong, or this or that. Now, again, remember I said 1 out of 10. If they're not a karmic, you could have a divine counterpart that could be up underneath a curse from a past lover that you actually may be sent in their life to break. This is where the discernment has to come in, because listen, a lot of people like you, this karma soap and these candles that I have on my site. And it went off in my ear twice. So let me just check and see how much of these karma bars I have left. Remember, there's one per person. Please don't go up there and order all of them. I will cancel 3 of your 4. I promise you I will. I have 2 karma bars left. So anyway, anything that's ordered today will be mailed out on Monday. Just want to let y'all know that. Curses will follow them. Things are falling apart. They're always in between jobs. Things are never consistent. Even when they speak, it's not consistent. Okay? Somebody who has a very hard time keeping eye contact, very fidgety, I'm getting downloads, and I don't want to say this because I'm trying not to offend people but I gotta say it. I'm hearing a consistent, it's like sweaty hands type of thing. I'm hearing there is going to be some psychopathic energy that's going to be released, y'all. Okay, I just take a deep breath. I know we've been through it, right? And unfortunately, I see it being on a lot of air signs. I see a lot of, and I'm not saying feminine people cannot carry. I'm not saying women can't carry this, but for whatever reason, there is a fight in the celestial realms of a lot of men that are particularly air signs fighting their healing. They're fighting them growing up. They don't want to let go of this player energy. But yet they're crying because what could have been their divine counterpart, they not only pillaged them and did them dirty, but yet they move on, and then all of a sudden now your shit is falling apart and your shit getting rocked right now. You can't go back to what was supposed to be a blessing to you after you was a part of their demise. How do you expect to come back? You can't, nigga. So right now, at this point, what you need to do is digress, decrease, and heal. It's a lot of, and I'm hearing a lot of older masculines You got mid-30s on up. And I'm gonna just tell y'all something. Listen, y'all know I be rooting for them older men, because Lord knows I know I love me a little older man, because I be liking to feel like I'm the young one. I could look at them and be like, yeah, you know, no matter what, I'm always had that age over your ass. But the truth is, a lot of these older men is giving these younger men bad advice so they can be miserable like them. When you got men still wearing them sliding cookout shoes with the white socks that's coming up over the ankle, with the leather belts still smelling like cowboy country from the Avon magazine, and you know you wearing depends and shit because you can't hold your bowels, and you old, and you didn't play it all, you still playing. And who's gonna take care of you when you get older? Nobody, because nobody wants to be bothered with that bullshit. So you're trying to set up these younger men to fall for the okey doke so they can mature like you in your shit. And last time I checked, the great auntie, aka Jennifer Lewis, who is the black mother of Hollywood, said, you know, when you start sitting in shit after a while, it stops stinking. So come the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? You stop smelling it because you didn't sat in it for so long. So for some of y'all younger divine masculines, don't allow some of these older, poisonous, fallen masculines talk you out of getting into a good thing, because they is broke, busted, and disgusted and cursed. You know, a lot of the time, and listen, I'm not saying everybody who has car trouble is cursed, but a lot of times everything around somebody who is cursed is falling apart, including their car. That's even if they have one. Okay. You know, even right now, I'm somebody ordering, so you know, I'm not responsible. Y'all need to go ahead on and get what y'all need while y'all can. I will be stocking the Karma soap. I just don't know when. This was my last restock for the Lionsgate Energy for right now. For right now, okay? Just for right now. I didn't come on yesterday because I ran a bunch of errands and I got tired and it was late, and I was like, I wanted to keep my promise to y'all to come on, but I was just tired, so I'm coming on today as to make up for yesterday. So you know, I'm sorry, but a lot of these young men is putting these older men to shame, and it's just what it is. A lot of these younger men is getting their shit together. A lot of these younger men's mentality is where a lot of these older men need to be. They coming here head first. They is not playing, and so you know, coming from a woman who has always felt out of place, even considering dating younger than myself, I'm like, you know how some people I've been hearing, unfortunately, and it hurts my heart. I've seen some people shame Erykah Badu because Erykah Badu is what I want to say spiritually engaged to a younger man. And I mean, if he fits her, man, who cares about them? Who cares about the number? You know, the age. And so, you know, it's just it's something to consider. You know, if a younger man can come into your life, or a younger woman can come into your life, you know, or older woman coming into your life, or older man that's coming into your life, wherever you fall in the age spectrum, that you know that goes against what you were comfortable with doing, but they fit you like a glove, and it meshes well, and it's natural, and you can breathe easy, and it's beautiful, and it's reciprocated. I don't see why not. I don't see why not take the chance. When my nose is it, my nose have been itching all day. Do you hear me? My nose like Sabrina the Teenage Witch when she like, man, my nose is. Yeah, I rebuke that the blast from the past energy too. I don't need no blast from the past. Them niggas can stay dead. Ain't no resurrection here, but the love of God. I had a funeral for you in my mind. You can stay dead, homie. Do not come near me. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. No. The only thing that could be resurrected is my divine counterpart from a past life. That's it. If I'm all set, that nigga got to be Osir. He got to be Osir. You know, I'm just saying, and you know, in the righteous way. See what y'all saying. You said you really like this boy. Are you calling him a boy because he's younger than you? Or are you calling him a boy because that's how he acts? I heard Man, what is this movie, y'all? Because I want to give credit where credit is due. There is an actor. He plays on. Not, it's not Greenleaf. Queen Sugar. He plays. Is his name Remy? That fine ass actor. What's his name, y'all? He plays Remy on Queen Sugar. I don't know if I haven't seen Queen. I haven't seen Queen Sugar in so long. I don't even know if he's still on there. I ain't talking about Ralph Angel Finance. I'm talking about Remy, right? So I heard him say something recently, and I was like, wow. He says there's a lot of men, but you have boys wrapped up in a man's body, and then you have men who are mature. And he says a man who is a boy is going to want you to abase yourself to serve him. But a real man who is mature is going to show up to be of service. I was like, oh, God, take me now. And that goes the same for a woman. If a woman can only take from you and won't add to you, child, listen, I am itching to cook for somebody's son. Because I need me a kitchen where I can just throw down. I want to cook everything because, child, I haven't really thrown down the cooks for so long. But I promise you, anybody who knows me, who have tasted my cooking, baby, I can cook. I can cook. You know, they say when people brag, you ain't supposed to believe them because they had no. But I'm telling y'all, my stuff is the shit's net. Do you hear me? That's because I cook with love. I cook with love. Someone just gave an hour talk about that kind of curse relationship this morning. Yeah. The chick was cursing and recursing her man. Oh, well, baby. Either she's speaking the truth or she's hateful and she's speaking down on her man. For I don't get, hold on. How you get in a relationship all just to pronounce curses over your significant other? Don't you know you cursing yourself? I can't see myself getting with a man all to just like pronounce curses over him. That is crazy. You got me all the way messed up. Yeah, shout out to all my moderators. L Boogie, thank you so much. Oh, she said she herself was a psychopath, child. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. And you know, and it's not just brothers either too, Deborah, sisters too, because a lot of us are expecting these men to show up and just prove themselves. Now watch this. After they prove themselves worthy of your love, are you open enough to give it to them? Or are you still afraid? And are you going to be looking for reasons why you should withhold it? Because a lot of the times we want men to show up, and there are good men out there, sisters. I'm not going to sit here and act like they're not. I'm telling y'all, I double down on what I say. I truly believe there is good men. There's good men, but they're being hidden just like you are being hidden, good woman. So you have these good men out there who they show up. But what do you give them in return? Are you their peace after they've fought their war? Is he your peace after you have fought their, you know, do you, when you come home, how do you greet that person? How do they greet you? When you're departing for the day, how do you depart? Do you kiss each other? Do you make a vow that no matter what, you don't go to bed angry, you're going to talk it out? And if you do have to go to bed with unfinished business, that it won't be in such a way that I will withhold myself from you or you will hold yourself from me. Even if we gotta hug it out in our sleep, if we gotta cuddle it out in our sleep, or us, you know, being in the same bed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If I gotta say, hey, look, I see that this talk is not getting anywhere. Let's take a step back. Let's regroup. Let's breathe, and then come back tomorrow and see if we can pop the head on this pimple and start the healing process, or if we just need to dead it because we, you know, there's not a common ground we can come upon. Stuff like that. Because there is, I don't want to say healthy arguments, but there is healthy disposition, right? There's a way to discard disagreements in a healthy way. Everything ain't gotta always resort to kicking, cussing, and screaming, and all this other stuff. And this is how I've always thought. To be honest with you, even when I was, in that messed up marriage, I always thought that, I don't believe in arguing and fighting and yelling in front of kids, and unfortunately I was connected to someone who did not care. And I just thought that it was unhealthy, even though I came from a background where my parents was divorced. I can only tell you of one time that I've overheard them argue. They've never argued in front of me and my brother, you know. And so, and I was married to somebody who parents stayed married until death. So that just goes to show you, not everybody who comes from a broken background, a broken home, is going to have a broken mentality. And not everybody who has parents who stay married until the death of one or the other is going to is rendering themselves into a healthy marriage. It's all about mindset. You know what I'm saying? And it's about, what can you glean? What have you gleaned from the environment that was placed before you as a child? What can I discard? What doesn't serve me? What serves me? If I know plenty of men who've grown up, seeing domestic violence, and that was something that they said that stops with my dad, or that stops with my stepdad. I won't do that. Or they had a moment where a woman may have pushed them too far, and they felt like they had to, or whatever. And then it was like, and their heart got so convicted, like, man, I can't believe I put my hands on this woman. I'll never do that again. I can't believe I shoved her, or I pushed her, or, whatever. Because I listen, let's not play boo-boo the fool here. There are women out here who are so deeply damaged. They truly believe they have been taught from their own environment that if a man does not put their hands on them, they don't love them. This is something old and ancient, and unfortunately have ties to Saturnalia, which is an old Babylonian Sodom and Gomorrah holiday, which is around so-called Christmas time, where they get together, men get together, they beat their wives, and they have sex with each other. They give each other gifts, have sex with each other. In other words, it's to tear down the feminine and to uphold the masculine, right? So, okay, Kayla, yeah, don't downplay your feelings, Kayla. You said, boy. So can I say this, Kayla? It seems to me that there's an implication of you may deep down inside feel guilty about dating someone who's younger than you. I get it. Let me tell you, I get it. Trust me, I get it. I don't know what it is about us women that are like that. I think it has to stem with low-key seeking some form of validation that we possibly did not get from our fathers. So we seek out older men, hoping that we get it. Some of us genuinely just do like the age preference of an older man, because in our mind that may give us a sense of security by his age being older. Like when you sitting down, you don't want to feel like a how Stella got her groove back, where the woman is throwing a dig. Oh, you and your son must be having fun in Jamaica. And she's like, son. And then they have to kiss to show her, yeah, my son all right. I get all of that. I get it. But I'm going to be honest with you. I would have to get over it. I would just have to get over it. I've also had issues with me, like dating people the same age as me. Me and my ex-husband were the same age. We're less than a month apart. I just so happened to be the one older than him by less than a month. So that did bother me a lot. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. So I do understand, and I'm putting myself out there just to help y'all. A lot of my self-validation came from me looking for a man that was older than me because of daddy issues, abandonment and rejection. And now that I'm over that, I can see myself with anybody from any age group. Now, am I going to look for somebody who's just turned 21? Hell to the now. Now. Shout out to Bishop Bullwinkle. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's not what I'm searching for. what I am searching for, or what I'm asking God for, is someone who knows who they are spiritually and otherwise, who can recognize who I am spiritually and otherwise, and who is mature, and know the spiritual things and the mundane things, and is willing to grow with a divine counterpart, and understands what's before us, what's behind us, what's in front of us, what's underneath us, and what's above us. And that is mostly important for me. A man after God's own heart is a man that you can do anything and everything with. You can grow old with that person. You can grow rich with that person. You can stand the test of time with a person like that. A man after God's own heart, sisters, is what you want. Sisters, in order for you to be able to attract that kind of man, you must first love yourself, know who you are, and know who you belong to. Two, you must be so hidden in the heart of God and Daddy that He must have to go to your Father and through your Father to get to you. This is why rejection, man's rejection, is God's protection. A lot of people are looking at you, they're seeking you, and they want to date you, they want to get to know you, they want you to know that they can be a potential. Some of these people are wanting to jump at the sight of wifing you, or trying to husband you up, because they know you would be the gift to their life. You would be the yin to their yang. You would be the ultimate prize that God can give them, and nothing else can supersede that. Nobody else can supersede that. But do they match that vibration to get you? If the answer is no, it's because if they're a brother, and I'm talking about so-called black or melanated, I'm talking about any race, creed, religion, or star seed. If they're if a man's heart is not rooted and hidden and centered in God and in love, if his heart is not after God's heart, and you're hidden and rooted in God, sisters, and to all my sisters, no matter what creed, religion, or skin color or star seed race you're from, He's not gonna get to you. It's gonna be a rejection. He's not. Listen, he. I don't care what kingdom he come from. In order to get 5225 was on the clock. That's seven double sevens. I just heard seven twice. So somebody is. A lot of us is rolling sevens in this season, while others are rolling snake eyes, and it's not our fault. We're just. I'm hearing hidden under the cleft of the rock. My nose is itching. Don't they say somebody want to kiss you when your nose is? Who the hell want to kiss me? Or somebody want to see you? My mama said something about a child visitation or something. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, and we shouldn't be afraid. We shouldn't be afraid, but you should withhold and have discernment. See what y'all saying. Cash, hey girl. Yes, Kayla, and you know what? If the man treats you like you floating on a damn cloud from heaven, baby, go all in. That's all I'm saying. But all I'm saying is too, if that man could come in, if it, I'm pretty sure if listen, I'm pretty sure it feels good for a man to be able to look at you and say, "Hey, what you need? Is there anything you need?" Where they got them condom at? They there. Trust me, they there. I mean, I don't have one right now, but I just know I know they there. You know how I know they there? You know how I can listen, we all sitting, we all playing poker right now, all of us, in this game of love. Whether it's a roulette table, blackjack, it don't matter. You would want to be my partner right now. And when I say partner, I'm talking about partner in this game called love. I'm not talking about divine counterpart. I'm talking about whatever I'm betting on, you would want to follow me and bet on that. Because I'm putting all my chips in on what I'm getting ready to say next. I know for a fact I'm winning after I say this. How I know for a fact, and this is why I don't want to give up on love. I can't give up on love. I am love itself. I know for a fact that there are good men out there, sisters. Again, sisters is not just for so-called melanated women. It's for all creeds, religions, races, whatever. Ladies, that good man is out there. You know how I know? There is no way on God's beautiful green earth, in heaven and under the heaven and in the multiverse, that God is going to put you on this earth with that kind of heart and you just be here by yourself without a counterpart to reflect that heart back to you. There's no way. No way. For those of you who desire a divine counterpart and a divine love, whether you're masculine or feminine, and you have felt the need to suppress that out of fear that you weren't going to get it or that you're not worthy, just know that you are worthy. And the reason why you are worthy is because, listen to me, you would not want that desire if it's not meant for you. Okay? God is not here to torture you. 5-5 was on the clock. Well, 5-5 was in the building. You will be met with what you're asking for. And that's how I know you will not be left out there hanging out to dry. Now, what I am hearing for some of you, I'm hearing the fulfillment or completion in love is for some of you to adopt a child. For some of you, it's to get a pet. For some of you who've been looking for that pet, or you went to the pet store the other day and you was unsure about that little lizard you seen or that little goldfish. Because it's not just about a cat or a dog, y'all. We need to think deeper or higher than that. Or that little bird that you seen. God is saying, yeah, you've asked for a companion. I'm going to start you off here. For some of you, you have a lot of love to give, whether you are a biological parent or not. And God is saying, take that leap of faith and adopt that child. I'm going to make it good. I'm going to bless it. 5335 was in the building. 88 energy, y'all. My nose is itching heavily. I don't know what this means. Some people call it psychic itch or whatever. So, you know, I'm grateful and thankful for what's happening because there's a lot of confirmations that are going around, and I'm hearing God is deadening a lot of shit, is laying some things to rest so that we can come into the fullness of stuff. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm in need of a car. My heart's desire is to have a camper or an RV. Listen, ever since I was young, I've always seen myself with an RV. And it don't necessarily have to be the huge ones or whatever, but I've always seen myself with an RV, whether I had a house or not. I've just always, it's something about being able to travel without restriction. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many states y'all have been to. And I know we like to promote going out of the country a lot because everybody talks about like destination weddings and destinations this and destinations that. But the truth is, the United States has a lot of beauty to offer. I have not been to Yosemite Park yet, National Park. I have not been to Yellowstone yet. I think it's for certain reasons why. Let me tell y'all something. I've been to the Grand Canyon either twice or 3 times. And do you know, out of each time, a massive lightning storm happens to where I can't go anywhere. Now I understand why that happens. Well, it's not my time yet. Every time I close my eyes, I see a pyramid. Like, as I'm talking to y'all, every time I close my eyes, I'm seeing the outline of the pyramid. Anyway, moving on. You said husband left you and he wrecked your car so you couldn't get away? Yeah, you have those demons wrapped up in narcissistic flesh with a psychopathic and sociopathic mindset. You have a lot of those who are roaming the earth. And honestly, it's because they think that this new energy of the divine feminine rising up is going to stop or stifle their manhood. But true manhood is what nods to the growth of the divine feminine taking her rightful place in the earth. A real man is never threatened by his divine counterpart. He knows that when she shines, he shines. She is the jewel in his crown. Matter of fact, she is his crown on his head. This is why man can obtain favor from the Lord by the woman that he places himself with. So if you see a man and he's in a relationship and he's always having a hard time, everything is just consistently hard for him, and you looking at her and he's not happy, it's because she's a detriment to him. She's a curse to him. Sometimes it ain't you that's cursed. Sometimes it's the person that you're attached to that's cursed. And let me say this for a lot of us that are going through divorces, that divorces will be finalized. I want to say this. This cord cutting ceremony is also going to be for a lot of us, a lot of you, because my cord is cut already. But for a lot of you that are going through separations and divorces, whether spiritually, energetically, physically, and or a conglomerate or mixture of those all combined, you do not have to be divorced on paper to be truly divorced. What I mean by that is, please go through with your paper divorce, please. You will want to do that. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to wait as you're processing the physical divorce on the 3D. You can petition the high courts. You can petition the spiritual realm to divorce you and depart you from that person, to where you are no longer energetically responsible for that person and the decisions that they make. So I do want to. My nose is itching strong. Not strong, strong. What's going on? Who is watching me? Because at this point, I feel like now I'm being watched by somebody who wants to kiss me or something. Child, now my forehead is itching. Child, what is going on? So much is going on at Yellowstone. Well, that don't surprise me. You have what you call predator energy. When I mean by predator energy, there are certain types of alien. I heard star stems, whatever that means. Well, I don't a star stem, not a system, star stem. So you have a lot of alien star stems. I'm just gonna run with it then, okay? That comes in predator. If you've seen the predator, they're invisible. They can blend in with the background, like they become translucent, and then it can make themselves appear, right? So basically, they have a way of like turning the light switch off in particle energy. That's how you become translucent, and then you turn the particle switch back on, right? That's what the moon is, a bioluminescent, semi-translucent satellite system that is a home to high vibrational celestial energies. Okay, this is why she has a cycle, because she's the actual living being. The cycle of the sun is within the 24-hour period. It never stops shining. It just changes its course of direction. So you have the sun system, which it comes from under the earth, over the earth, then back in the earth, under the earth, over the earth. So it goes through inner earth, comes out, come down, come around, and it does the cycle, right? Also, it never travels. It looks like to us it's doing this, but it travels in a zigzag, okay? If you go to the edge or the ends of the earth, it stays there a little bit longer. And then you can actually see how the sun, or what they call time, ends every day. This is why Alaska is so strange. The placement of Alaska, why it's so many months of dusk and so many months of dawn and that kind of stuff. Anywho, yeah, you have to, this gift of discernment is strongly linked to the nose. I believe that. But so, yeah, you do have to, if you've seen 411, the hunter, you would know what I'm talking about when I say translucent beings that have the ability to cloak themselves translucent and then appear out of nowhere. They stalk and observe, not so much as do a lot of damage. However, I don't like those energies that be taking those children and old people and then taking them and killing them, taking their bodies and moving them 300 miles away from, where they was taken and all that. If you've never seen that documentary, The Missing 411, you got to see it. It's not for the faint of heart. Those things do happen, especially in national parks and reserved. You have to also watch yourself in reserved areas. Um, if you ever feel the discernment or tingling throughout the body that you are being watched, especially in nature, like most likely you are. It may not be necessarily by malignant energies. It may be benevolent. So always make sure you got your protection working. You're calling your angel guides, spirit guides, ancestor guides, and animal guides and other guides, and God and the Galactic Council to help with protection measures on a daily basis, because this is the reasons why. If God is sending you to go to a certain place on purpose to gather some form of information, and something may be known to live there, and you may be also sent on a covert mission and you not know it, you need to make sure that your protection is upped. Okay, that the ante on your protection is up. Let me see. Yeah, you're gonna always be watched, so it's up to you to know whether or not it's something malignant or benign or benevolent, because benign could be neutral. Benevolent is loving. Malignant is to hurt you. Okay. So yeah, so when they're cursed, they have a hard time holding on to things when they accumulate stuff, right? I don't care if it's $1,000 to $1,000,000. I don't care if it's a house. I don't care if it's a car. I don't care if it's this or that. A lot of the times, people who are cursed have a hard time holding on to things. Sometimes the cruel joke will be on them, as let's say, for example, you have somebody who gets a car and they're paying a car note every month. They'll get to the last car payment, and then next thing you know, their shit is falling apart, and now they got to go out and get another vehicle, and then they're stuck back now in the rat race of paying a car note every month again, because they can't save up to buy a car cash. So these are the things, to keep to keep the cursed people in the rat races and different things like that. Another way of how you know someone is cursed is, now this is not always, so this is 50-50 shots. So this is where you got to use your discernment. Their outlook, they're always miserable. They're a Bergen and not a troll, right? So in the land of trolls, Disney Pixar, shout out to Disney Pixar's Princess Poppy. You're full of life. You're the one who's glittery. Now, I'm not saying that life does not happen, okay? But you're glittery. Things are happening. That kind of stuff for you. Things may happen like today. I had a very mixed emotional day where I ran through agitations and different stuff like that. But you know what? I kept it pushing. I kept it going. I said, God, forgive me if I have offended you, to all my guys. If y'all have felt offended by me being frustrated, if I offended you knowingly or unknowingly or whatever, please forgive me. And I sing to myself. I was like, please forgive me. And if you don't want to forgive me, if I got to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind. I heard my guides laughing. Like, she is crazy, because I ain't too proud to beg. I want to be forgiven, so therefore I'm asking for forgiveness. And I want to be quick to forgive and also move on, to the next thing that I have to do. So my guys, I don't have to beg my guys. My guys they easily forgive me, as I'm grateful for that, because this is the kind of friendship relationship that I have. Trust me, I've put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears building the relationship I have spiritually with everybody who works with me. They don't work for me, they work with me. There's a difference. I'm not employing any of my guides. I'm working alongside of them like they're working up. When you get that through your head, you won't treat them like they're servants. They're there to guide you and help you. That's what a guide is, to guide you and help you, and to protect and guard you. They see things in the spiritual realm that we don't see in 3D. And it can be shown to us. So 1919 was here. All right, which comes down to 1010. So, it's always things like that. I'm also hearing something about fingernails or the hands, right? You can always also tell. It's something about the hands or the fingernails. I don't know why I'm getting this energy of, not everybody, but some people, you can always tell it's always a fidgety, like you're always, it's this fidgety energy. Somebody who's always talking about getting ahead. They can't ever focus on anything else other than misery and getting money. It's always a money. Like, you'll know what areas they're cursed in, because that's where they're obsessed, right? A person who is obsessed with getting or obtaining certain things by any means necessary, that's an indication of where the curse lies. For example, if somebody by any means necessary, by hook or crook, money, they have a money curse. Always fucking with married men or married women, or looking to break up somebody's house or home, or they get somebody but they can't keep them, and they're always miserable, and it's always the other person's fault, and it's never their fault, and all this other stuff. They're cursed in love. It can even be in other things too. um Hair, skin, nails, that kind of stuff. And then you also have to ask the question, am I cursed of my own accord, or did somebody put this on me? If you are living upright and just, those curses will go back to the return and sender non-reversible unto you. That's when you're coming out of the low vibration into a greater vibration, a better vibration. When once you're in that north node, no one can do anything to you. That's it. That's it. Because you're living in the purpose and you're turned over to God. Your heart is now unto God and the things of God, and carrying out a greater purpose and a will bigger than you. They can't. So they can't even, it won't even leave their doorstep. It'll just grow right there in their house and they won't even know it. You said when you see 44 all the time, what type of angel is that? I don't necessarily identify 44 to a specific angel. When I see 4 or 44 or 444 or 4444 or sequences of 4, that's letting me know that my angel guides are present, whether they are messengers, warriors, any other loving angels, joy guide angels. You know, I don't, child. It could be a parking lot spirit angel. What I mean by that is if you're like me and you're detailed, you're the kind of person who prayed for a really good parking spot. So you'll ask your angel to help you get the parking spot that'll serve you the best. Like, you want something close, so you won't have to do all the walking, whatever, da 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 da. That kind of thing. Okay. Um, I like to call other angels the favor of God angels. These are angels who work in the miracle department. They're the ones who will drop favors on your behalf on the person that you are inquiring something about. Like, for example, a lot of us who may not have the best credit in the world, but yet we need help getting something financed. So God will in turn send his warring angels and favor angels to work a miracle, whisper in the ear of that person, take a chance on him or her. They are good for it. Okay? And then next thing you know, they're wiggling some stuff around for you legally in order for you to walk away with no money down. Or, this. I'll tell you what. I don't know what it is about you, ma'am, but I'm gonna drop $2,000 on this card. This was This was 7,500. I'm gonna charge you 5,500, and you just so happen to have $57 saved, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. How the difference between knowing somebody's cursed and knowing when somebody's not cursed, and also identifying where the curse comes from. There's a lot of people like, my ex-husband, whose lineage is cursed. They come from a cursed lineage because they cursed God. 1414 in the building, I cannot lie. So, you have to be, and this is why, I know all things work together for the good of them who love God and are called according to his purpose. But this is one of the reasons why I do kind of wish that I knew then what I know now. Because my life would have been totally different. My eyes was closed. I was asleep. I didn't know. I would have chose better concerning who I would have had kids with, who I would have married, because you really have to make sure that you do backgrounds. If this person comes from a cursed lineage, did they break the curse? How was that, how was their life? You have to do spiritual, you have to be a spiritual doctor and have some discernment and diagnose as best as you can. Some of y'all is going to take this and run with it all the way to the bank. I'm not saying for you to get a spiritual stethoscope and thermometer and then start just going haywire because you think now you the PhD of spirituality. And I'm making up words. Yes, I'm doing that on purpose. So I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying, to go ham and go crazy so you can find any little thing to be disgusted with. And the next thing you know, the man or the woman that you want does not exist because you want to marry God, but you're looking for a perfect nigga. And that person does not exist. You trying to build a man like build a bear instead of just manifesting your highest vibrational match. Like, you ain't perfect. We're imperfectly perfect. In other words, flaws and all. That's why God loves us this way. None of us, honey. So, you know, it's always that kind of thing, right? Y'all, the powers of the ancestors petition candle is up. Please make sure you get your candles as well, okay? Shipping and handling is in the price. All right. So I don't want y'all to think I'm just trying to jip y'all. Shipping and handling is in the price. It is also reset. You need to listen, go and read what's in the description box. Okay, that's my plug. So anywho, oh, somebody got some candles. Go ahead on, y'all. Candles ain't for the faint of heart, I can tell you that much. That is not for the faint of heart, mon cher. Let me see if that Karma soap is still here. No, so the Karma soap is out until I am released to do otherwise. Okay. Shipping will be going out on Monday for anything that is ordered on today. All right. Y'all know I love y'all. And I've already mailed out everybody else's stuff that was ordered yesterday and today. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm making sure I'm doing right by y'all and myself. I want to lead with integrity and love. Somebody really, what does this mean? For your nose to just be itching like this. Ooh, child of God, coming on a horse. What is this? Ooh, child. Got me itching and shit. Okay, so my maker is my husband too, but this is my thing, right? My maker is, when I say my maker is my husband, I'm not gonna say God is my husband until my husband show up. I'm always one with God. You cannot separate me from God. God cannot be separated from me. Therefore, I am He and He is me. We are one, right? And Christ said, I pray above all that you be one in the Father as I am and the Father is one. What he was saying was that there was some things that he knows that, okay, look, I'm from above. I ain't from this motherfucker. I'm from above. I'm in the world, but I ain't of the world. I'm from above, okay? I know I'm a star seed sent here to heal and implement some things. I'm here to share certain things. I get it. So I'm going to do what I got to do. But in order for me to vibrate high, I must know who I am. So therefore, if I am to vibrate high, that means I am to be put above. And if I'm to be put above, that means I'm exalted. Now, exalted for all men to be drawn unto God, like the scriptures say, right? So that, all men may be drawn unto him through me. That was the original implication of Lucifer. You go out, you leave, you go out into the holies of holies from the direct presence of God. You open up your seraphim wings so that the heavenly host can bow down before you for for the worship of God. This is what that was. Somebody got big headed. Okay, that's really what all that shit. Whatever. The true Lucifer did not fall from heaven. The one that rebelled fell. Okay. True Lucifer is still Lucifer. All right. Girl, yes, that is an old Native American wives' tale. My mama just told me that today. Because we are Chihuahua, and it's a branch of the Chitamacha tribe. If y'all don't know what Chihuahua is, my mom told me that today. She was like, that means somebody coming to visit you. It best be somebody with some nice, beautiful lips. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. It's hopefully, good visit. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Easy win. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting good things. I'm not expecting. I want y'all to also be careful of people who may be slandering gods and goddesses at this time. Okay, you may start hearing folks talk crazy about Isis and her divine counterpart and her son. Use discernment and discretion at this time. God has already drawn a line in the sand. He's identifying y'all who is real readers and who is not. Those of you who are you're going to know who these real readers are. I know that there's some people who copy off of me. There are people who go into my community board and they switch certain words around after they copy and paste my shit, and they paste it somewhere else as if they came up with it. If I was to stop posting on my community board right now, they would run batshit crazy because they're not original. They would not know what to do with themselves. I'm not dumb. It was 12:21 on the clock. I'm not dumb. But this is my thing. Every time you copy me and plagiarize me, this copycat spirit that is getting out of hand, every single time you think you giving me the evil eye, you copy me, jealousy, all this other stuff, hatred, misery. Every single time, whatever you put your hands to is going to crumble until you come to me and apologize. And the only way you're going to be able to get out of it is if you apologize. You're going to have to make it known to me. You ain't going to be able to make a video. You're going to have to book a reading. Thank you for giving me your money in advance. You're going to have to book a reading. And you're going to be like, look, you can keep the money. I'm just saying, I got to apologize to you because I'm starting to feel it. You're going to feel everything. You cannot be a thief and don't think you're going to suffer. You can't. You can't. There's nobody on this earth that is stupid enough to buy from me and then resell my shit. There's no way that you can think that you can buy oil and put drops of my oil in regular olive oil and then bottle it up and say it's protection oil. That's going to backfire on you. And the people who's going to be buying your shit is going to be pissed because it's going to do the opposite. So they're going to know not to go to you. You need to be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4 was on the clock. Look at that. In divine order because it's divine timing. So then you have 1, 2, 3, 5. So again, that goes back to what I was saying earlier about skipping levels. That's one of the reasons why I'm here on YouTuber Scope. I'm here to help y'all skip levels. There's a lot of shit that I went through that I share with y'all, my personal experience, so that y'all won't have to go through it A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to help y'all. If y'all can skip, please skip. Because if that's the case, that's what's going to happen. 24 o'clock. I have no lies to be said. I don't need to speak on. Yeah. Shout out to Grandma Paula. So it's a lot of people who it's a, let me just say it like this. It's a lot of folks that okay, so let me address this. I'm about to be extremely transparent right now. I have a cracked tooth right here. Sometimes I often get self-conscious because I was always told, even as a kid, that I had a beautiful smile, that I have a beautiful smile. I'm still told that I have a beautiful smile. I'm self-conscious because when we used to, I'm gonna tell y'all this because this is gonna help somebody. We used to live in a small town called Vallejo, California. That's where I grew up most of my life. Vallejo, California. I've told y'all this before. The Bay, that yay, hyphy, whatever all that, before hyphy was in, all right? My mother being a dental assistant, I would have thought she would have discerned certain things. It wasn't until I got grown that I had to discern it myself. Now, what I'm getting ready to say next, I'm not coming against a community to be racist. This just is what it is. So back in the day, a lot of Filipinos used to own a lot of dental offices, especially in Cali, all right? Especially in North Cali, where I was, the Bay. And they used to get paid when you were like on Medicaid and dental Medicaid through the state. They got paid per filling. Also, it didn't matter. A lot of them charged your insurance per filling. So what a lot of these unpractical and unjust dentists did was, instead of filling the tooth that had the cavity, they would riddle your whole mouth up and down with nothing but fillings. Me and my brother were the victims of this scam. This was back in the 90s, by the way. I'm about to help somebody get free because I'm freeing myself right now as I speak. One day, maybe 2 years ago, or less than 2 years ago, I was eating a piece of brie cheese. I can't make this up. I was eating a piece of brie cheese and that tooth just broke. Something soft as brie cheese. This is how I knew something was off, right? Something was wrong. So fast forward. When the girl came on here, y'all remember that troll came on here and was talking about she was mad because she gave me 99 cents and then wanted me to pull cards on her, and I called her out. Y'all remember that recently? On the live recently. She was being vindictive and facetious, trying to poke at me, saying I'm not worth this, but yet I'm worth more than what you can give me, because you wouldn't have came on here. So the only thing she could talk about was my face and my teeth. First of all, I'm still pretty. I'm still beautiful. My teeth is still pretty and my teeth is still beautiful. God gave me something today, and I don't want to cry because it was soothing to my soul. I kept hearing in the spirit, like a divine counterpart months ago, saying, "Don't worry about that, babe. We can fix that." Because there's a lot of things in a person's soul and spirit that they've given over to the devil that cannot be fixed. It's not fixable. This is an outer body thing that can be fixed and will be fixed. But today, God blessed my soul. He brought back to my attention an interview that Cardi B did. And in so many words, I guess Charlemagne the God or somebody was asking her. I don't know if they were trying to antagonize her and be curious at the same time. Like, we know you got a lot of money now. You're making a lot of money. What made you get your teeth fixed? I think it when it said she was on the Breakfast Club. And she was basically saying, that's all everybody. You couldn't talk about nothing else about her. Because she was so secure in herself. All you could talk about was her teeth being crooked. So now she takes that, she gets them fixed, and now she takes that away from you. What else do you have to talk about her? So God dropped that into my spirit today and was like, don't allow something that can be fixed within a 24-hour period to try to make you, your the way that you love yourself crumble, because that is something that can be fixed and will be fixed. People out there are trying to listen to me. 30:03 was on the clock. Mind you, during this live there's a lot of reflecting mirror numbers. That's because we got a lot of projection going on. You may start feeling low about yourself. That's because somebody's trying to project how they feel about themselves onto you, because they can't do any more voodoo on you. They can't do any more witchery, sorcery and witchcraft on you. They can't. So the only thing that they're trying to do is take their suicidal energy and put it on you. Their self-sabotaging energy and put it on you. I'm telling you, I'm itching like crazy right now what is going on. It is amazing that, that's all that girl can come on here and talk about. And do you know, I know this girl is watching me right now. She can't say shit unless she got another, what you call, people are going to they're going to look for something to talk to you about. Am I self-conscious about my smile? Yes. But do I still smile? Yes. I'm going to smile. Because look, 3113, I can't make this up, y'all. That's the great 44. We have angels on here. Righteous angels are watching and guarding this live in the 3D and high elsewhere. It's because it's the truth. So I was blessed by God bringing that back to my remembrance about Cardi B. I've always liked Cardi B. And I've said this on my channel, there's a lot of things that a lot of people have done that I don't agree with. Does it not necessarily mean that's going to make me not like them. Until they're proven unrighteous and wicked, I don't have nothing against nobody. You know what I'm saying? If you for justice and righteousness like I am, you for the love of God like I am, and you want peace to prevail like I do, guess what? I'm for you. Because that's the things of God. But right when you get to stuff outside of that or contrary, to that, we got a problem. And I don't like you. Because you're opposing what God is bringing to this earth for the good of mankind, for the highest good of all. So I don't like folks who oppose the highest good of all, right? So, I mean, as far as I know, Cardi cool by me. And I'm not just saying that because she's a fellow Libra, but that's what makes me like her all the more. I'm also wondering about Doja Cat too, because now, I know she's a Libra, but I'm also seeing a lot of Libras come to the forefront, that's in the industry. And God is showing us who is his children and who's not. And we're going to know because it's how they fall and who's going to be exalted. I don't know if I got your Cash App. Afro Confessional. Are you the one who did the star seed? If you're the one who did the star seed thing, then yes, I got it. The only reason why, so listen, anytime y'all send me something Cash App, it's not that I didn't see it. I don't send the confirmation because I have not did the energetic signature of receptivity. Once I do the energetic signature of receptivity, then that's when I acknowledge it already. I just haven't acknowledged it on the app. So like, for example, when you ordered that $60 the starseed reading, and this is just to identify, this is not going to be no in-depth reading about your whole entire life. This is just about what star seed you come from, what star race you are, that kind of thing, right? I'm going to acknowledge that when I'm ready to push your report back to you. So it's not that I'm ignoring you, my baby. I'm just I'm playing chess right now. I'm strategic, trust me. I know what I'm doing, and just help. I got you. You said people make fun of your teeth. And you know what? Some people, listen, some people like their teeth. Some people have just gotten comfortable with it. Like some people's hairline are naturally back in. Listen, I got an auntie that used to call me fat head all the time. You know, listen, I don't have a 3 head. I have a 4 head, a real 4 head. You see them 4 fingers? That's a real 4 head. I don't have a receding hairline. My 4 head is just my damn 4 head. You know, Some people is born with a forehead that's back here. It is what it is. Like, what do you want people to do? If they're not your cup of tea, they're somebody's cup of coffee. You move along and find out with them. And if you're still in this energy where you're still judging on the outward appearance, something is wrong with you. I ain't gonna lie, I want my man fine and attractive, but child, I don't want that to just be the overrule. You don't want somebody who's fine and dumb. You don't want somebody who's fine and then, that's all it is fine and then they're cursed. You know what I'm saying? Or they just got entities attached to them that don't. It's got to be just more than just being attractive. Now that attractive physical attraction is that. I mean, that's cool. I get. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with being physical. I've been with men that I did not find physically attractive because that's not what I was looking at. Case in point, my ex-husband. Anybody who have ever seen him, I've had people come up to me while we were married and ask me, how in the hell did he get you? And I had low self-esteem at the time, so I was like, what are y'all seeing me for? Y'all even ask me that question. But the truth is, he was never, and he knew this from the get, I was never attracted to him. But the potential that I seen on the inside of him is what I was attracted to. And when you live in your North Node, you are no longer attracted to potential. This is going to be harsh for a lot of people. I'm no longer attracted to potential. Potential does not interest me anymore. This is going to help some of y'all who are asking God for your divine counterparts. I don't care about potential. If you are not living in your purpose, if you're not pushing your own narrative to live in your purpose, do not at me or confront me. You cannot come in my vicinity because I am on a mission. And my goal and my mission is bigger than me. And someone that thinks like that has to accommodate me, and they have to have that same type of mission. So it's just like you have to have that kind of energy. Yeah, I still smile, and I'm still beautiful. So, yeah, and listen, I think people who have gaps is freaking gorgeous. Y'all, lately I've been seeing people with gaps on social media, and I haven't been looking at shit up. It's just been like coming to me. I'm like, you are freaking. You know who I always thought was cute, but he was goofy as hell. Who is that comedian, y'all? That light skinned one that's kind of got reddish hair. He got that huge ass gap. I always thought that gap was like really cute on him. The girl from America's Next Top Model. I was pissed that they made her close that gap. That was her signature. And then watch this. I think her name was Danielle. Y'all made her close her gap just for years later for a light-skinned, tall, skinny girl with short hair who models to keep her gap and is known for her gap. I think that shit is really bum. That's bum shit. Are we still doing this in the modeling industry? Where we're still telling dark-skinned girls what to do and letting lighter-skinned girls with freckles do what they want? Like you are purposely perpetuating this bullshit. And that's what I don't like. You see this, all of this 100% Godiva chocolate over here? Bitch, we stay in chocolate. The only thing that's changing on the skin tone is the fact that it's going to get even, ho. It will be no lightening lightening of the skin over here. Now, when you got a issue with your skin because you need to lighten it, like vitiligo purpose or whatever, you do what you need to do for you. But for me, there is no self-hatred. And I told y'all this before, and I mean what I say. I want to be on somebody's beach so I can get darker, bitch. I am trying to get dark chocolate. I'm trying to get as cacao as they come. You hear me? I need my melanin to activate for real, like Captain Planet's. And I'm not playing. I want my shit to glow in the dark. I'm so proud of my skin. I used to not be. When I was young, I had self-hatred. This is the truth. You had bad dental work? Exactly, girl. I'm trying to tell you. And sometimes the things that you are so self-conscious about is like, y'all, like right now, look, y'all see this? Child, I'm in a sports bra and some tights. I went from an extra, extra large to a small. I'm not saying this to make anybody feel bad if you're still an extra, extra large. For me, I am very short. It is not it was not healthy for me to be the size that I was being as short as I am. I am on the lower side of 5 feet. Don't at me, nigga, because I fights. I want you to blaspheme against short people today. We're gonna have issues on this live. Come at me. Cause y'all tall niggas like coming from little short ones like me. But let me tell you something. No short people slander will be tolerated. Do you hear me? Get out of here. Okay? I'm telling y'all. Listen, yo, tall people still make me nervous, by the way. I'm just letting y'all know. I still get nervous around tall people. Shit, my brother is 6 feet and I can still get nervous around his ass. We grew up in the same house. Yes, fine is not enough, baby. Yes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Have you ever? Let's play. Have you ever? You ready? We about to have fun. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! We about to have fun. Let's play. Have you ever? Have you ever been somewhere? Have you ever been somewhere and you seen a couple and just from the outward appearance you're like, damn, I wonder how he got her. Or wow, I wonder how she got him. Because to you, on the outward appearance, it looked like it's mismatched. Let me tell you, I truly believe when I see couples like that, and I celebrate couples like that, especially if it's genuine, I have a genuine curiosity because the way that my star chart is, I genuinely want to know how people tick. That's just me. So it's not a dig or anything. I remember when I was in church praying for a husband, wanting God to send me a husband, there was a couple in my church. And it was very weird because he was very short and he was very tiny. She was very heavy set and she was taller than him. And a lot of people in this church used to make fun of them, right? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've even found myself in these conversations as well. So I'm not exempt. However, I had to repent and my heart always went out to this couple because I could tell he loved her. She loved him, but I could tell he loved her. And he adored his wife. And I remember one day getting really depressed about not having a husband, feeling like life was passing me by. This was before I got married. And then I said out loud, I said it first to myself and then I said it to somebody else because we were in a conversation from church. Mind you, this was to a woman who was making fun of them. And I said, if she can get a husband, I know I can get one. And it was to say that I can't be so unlovable if y'all are making fun of this woman, but she got a husband and y'all don't. And the ones that are making fun of her have husbands, but y'all are miserable. Then that means I ain't far off. I'm lovable. So it can't just be about looks. That's really what that was, right? So that was my have you ever. I don't know why, but I be busy. I laughing when you talk about your ex. Because case in point, my ex-husband. You're right. Girl, I be like, yeah, I seen the most narcissistic bastard today. Case in point, I had to deal with that with my ex. Because it be true. And listen, I'm going to talk about this shit however many times I need to talk about it. I don't give a fuck how uncomfortable it makes y'all feel. Why am I like stumbling over words right now? It's because I really am tired. I've had a hell of a week. A heaven of a week. A productive week, but I ran myself in the ground and I shouldn't have did it. I overworked myself, but I got a lot done and I'm grateful. I'm hoping and praying that God would be merciful upon me and give me a little bit more rest this coming week. But I'm hearing, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to talk about that as many times as I need to. I'm healed. But like I said, my experiences is helping y'all skip levels. Listen, this is the problem, right? It's only hit dogs is going to holler on my live. If what I'm saying is bothering you, it's because you fit the description of the narcissistic ex-husband that I'm speaking of. I used to be so-called friends with. Okay, y'all. You remember the so-called girl was that I helped get to? Don't forget the lyrics. She was telling me about her ex-husband and how he was a narcissistic sociopath or psychopath. And there was a lot of similarities in her husband, ex-husband, and my ex-husband. For example, the sweaty palms, the inability to show emotions or sympathy or empathy for somebody. That kind of thing. Like I was just telling somebody today, the car that I have now, I bought cash. I saved for that. I didn't have help with my vehicle. I had to buy my vehicle cash. I remember asking him to take me to the dealership to get a van. When I bought my car with the mindset of everybody. Oh, well, we have a family, so everybody needs to fit in the same car. When he bought his car, he was thinking about him. Anyway, so listen. Give me a second. So he sat there, and I remember the lady coming out with the paperwork, and I signed over the paperwork so they can process it, whatever. Then he's very quiet. He says nothing. And then he says, I don't know where it took him a while, right? He he looks at me and he puts his hand on my arm and with no kind of warmth. And I'm not saying it's because he's my ex, y'all. I'm saying it's because I thought the shit then. I seen it then and it came across my mind then. I seen it then. It was very clear then. And I'm sticking to my guns. This Negro said, I'm proud of you. But his face said, I'm intimidated, I'm jealous, and I'm mad because you're really solidifying and showing me the fact that you don't need me. I begin to slowly, looking back, I did not realize this, but I was slowly detaching and taking my power back from being codependent. I was codependent, y'all. I'm the type of person I fall in love I dive the fuck in. Do you hear me? And I don't know who this is for. When I was healing from my heart pains, Red Grant, that's his name. Thank you, Hair Like Wool. I always thought he was cute. And I don't really care for light skinned niggas like that. But I always like he's cute because of his gap. And the fact that he was fun. To me, came off as that funny kid in school that was everybody's friend but was nobody's friend. Like he was that nigga like, one that cracked jokes. He got the best. He got the best punchline with the freestyles, right? That one kid that's using the pens to beatbox in the bleachers. He be one of the comedians that got he wrote his flow, so he memorized it. Not so much a freestyle, but he got punchlines to make you laugh. That's how Red Grant comes off as. I do. I like gaps. Anyway, what you say? Okay, call me Don. Yeah, call me Don. I like call me Don. Call me Don is one of the masculines the divine masculines that be in the building. Hey, how you doing? I got a lot of guys that watch me. They just don't be commenting. Trust. You said my skin tone is perfect. Well, thank you, sweetheart. I think everybody is perfect, to be honest. I need my teeth done too, child, and they will be done. Yeah, y'all. Girl, shout out to the shorties. I'm trying to tell you, you 4'11, girl, they be coming for us. They be coming for. I love standing by y'all 411s. Shout out to my 411s and my fivers because I stand on side of y'all, united on purpose. Y'all make me feel taller, motherfuckers. Yes, I feel better. I feel like I'm in a dominant position when I stand by y'all fairy babies on purpose to feel better about myself. Not in a narcissistic way. I love y'all because I'm like, yeah, finally I'm taller than somebody around this motherfucker. I always find myself the shortest in the room. Always. Aww. You starting to get brown skin like your grandma? Go girl, go Paula. Go Paula. Go Paula. Right, don't let the short shit fool you, honey. You for 6'3". What in the Nephilim giant town is happening here? Child, you gonna have to say hey to me from afar, call me Don. Cause let me tell you something, Don. You can't come up to me and try to hug me. I'm gonna put them dukes up first. I don't know what it is. I think in a past life I had something traumatic may have happened to me considering tall people. Cause I do have an inner thing about tall folks. I have to get to know you in order for me to open up because I get extremely quiet when I'm around tall people. I will always watch you out the corner of my eye, like that kind of thing. I don't know what that is. And I find that most of the time when I'm around tall people, there are some of the most gentlest people in that room. And I find that most of them are natural protectors. So it could be just all in my head or it's a past life something. Like I suffered from something in my past life and that's just something that's suppressed and I'm learning to heal. I'm just saying because child, let me tell you, I get nervous when around them sixes. Matter of fact, I get nervous around 5'9" or up. Niggas ain't got time. I ain't playing. Mike's husband's 5'6". So if he's taller than me, then you can don't let this camera fool you. I know I may look a little taller. I ain't tall. I'm a little shorty. That means I can disappear real quick. And trust me, I know how to shapeshift. You 4'6". Look at God. Look at God. I can't believe. Oh, I feel so much better. Look at God. Look at God. All my fairy sisters and brothers coming out the woodwork. Bless your hearts, my fourthers. I'm feeling so good right Woo! Child. Listen, I'm just trying to. What you doing with them emojis, Don? I didn't know they had a cigarette emoji. When they put that up there? Yeah, they always want to come for you cause you. And then people used to pet me. Some people used to pet me like a damn animal. Like, oh, look how short. The hell that mean? Oh, look how short. What the hell that mean? The popo can find you faster than me. Let me stop. Who are you talking to? Astronaut, what's going on? He said it's not fair and I'm going to change my mind. He wants spaghetti. He don't want spaghetti. Ooh, you say, okay, now I'm taking it too far. Let me have my moment, y'all. You 5'2", she 4'11", child. I'm telling you, I do. It's like hugging people shorter than you. It don't make you feel like you about to hit a dick on your forehead, right? Like I feel like I'm trying to for real. Like I understand the pain of Cat Williams when he said he met Shaquille O'Neal. Ain't nobody got time to be feeling like stay niggas for 6 feet for real now. Now this is not talking about Corona. You need to 6 feet away from me. 'Cause I don't want to feel like you got your dick is dangling in my face. My check. 1, 2. No, I'm talking to you. Who want to keep doing this every 5 minutes? It's 5 seconds every time you say something. I'm just like, Why you don't want to look at? Because I don't want to keep doing this, nigga. My neck hurt. Shit, you tall and I'm short. We need to sit down and let the conversation. Call me Don. Salute to you and all of the brothers that are like you. I listen. Everybody want them tall, dark, and handsome. I don't mind them tall. I don't mind them tall. I don't mind them tall. Just I be feeling like if they're around my height, I got a little control. Evil laugh. I'm just playing. Oh my God. Somebody is butt gusting laughing at me right now. No, I always do like I'm a little tall over me. But however tall they come, shit, fuck it. It's the heart. It's the heart that counts, right? You 5'1"? I'm loving this live right now. Y'all are helping me. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Most of my followers are short as me or shorter than me. Woo! Oh. But I'm telling you, that's what makes us cute, right? That's what makes us cute. I'm telling you, if I would have been taller, child, I know for a fact I would have looked like a little alien. I would have looked like a little alien. I had to grow into the fact that I like being short. My mother was short. My father was short. My kid is taller than me. Hell, the Tyler about to be taller than me after a while. He over half my height. And he only 5. I said Tyler, but that's my baby. Your grandma was 4'8". My grandma was a little shorty too. She was like 4 something. Hey, my daddy was short too. He was like 5'6". Ain't that some shit? Same height as my ex-husband. It's funny how we subconsciously and unconsciously look and marry our fathers if we don't heal. Yeah, we pack a powerful punch. But then the other side, the negative side of that is the Napoleon complex. But like I said in my song, kind of short and I'm cocky and I bow down to no man. Oh, it's gangsta over here, Wardy. See how deep my voice got? It's gangsta. Don't let this 5'3" fool you. Listen, you said that's your fear, sis. All of your kids is gonna put you to shame. Let me tell y'all, let me help us shorties out, right? Whether we're the mothers or the fathers of those children. My daughter is, I think my oldest is 5'8". No, she's 5'7". That's as tall as she's gonna get. My middle girl, who is 13, is 5'9". And she got a little bit more growing to do. She's 5'9". She's taller than both of us. All she is legs. She's 5. Listen to me. I have a 13-year-old who is 5 freaking 9. You didn't think I was mad? How in the hell? Right? That's what I asked God. I got down on my knees one day. I said, God, so when you were passing out height, you just had me working in the mail department. You purposely make me miss out on like the kneecap connection with the shin bone and the shin bone connected to the, like, did you purposely like not want me to be in like the semi-tall lane? Like, did you set me up, God? Like, it makes you right? So I was like, okay, this has got to be a blessing from the Most High. I'm short. Then I look at my daughter. I'm like, okay, this is not adding up. She's 13 and she's 5'9", 13. I'm trying to add it up. I'm trying to see what mathematical equation works with it. But it's not adding up, God. So then I get on my knees and I'm like, okay, so we need to have this conversation again because you mean to tell all my children it's going to be. And then it dawned on me. I'm about to help you, Cinnamon Toast. You ready? You ready? First of all, my daughter in the spirit is an Amazon warrior, okay? She is Xena the warrior princess. Literally. Number two, and she's not she's tall, but she's not she's a little small, slender baby. But anyway, she's strong. She is strong, y'all. She is strong. Do you hear me? She is like this small and tall, but she like her physical strength. Woo! That little girl is strong as fuck. Bro, I would not be surprised if my child can pick up and body a grown man. I'm not playing. That's how strong my child is. She is like not and I funny enough, when I was her age, I had that. I still got that kind of strength, but she is strong, right? But I'm asking God, like, okay, so you got to explain this to me because I'm not happy. You know, height was almost everything to me. So you're going to have to explain it. And then I thought about it. As I get older, the younger I look. And what not to help me look even more younger is giving birth to a bunch of children that are taller than me. So you got to play into it, y'all. Y'all got to coordinate, right? Put it together. If I have kids that grow to be taller than me, that even makes me look even more younger because I'm shorter than them. Remember, let's start equating shortness with youth. See, this is how you get off on people. Ooh, child, she is an Amazon. She already is, honey. Your child is 6 feet. Listen, baby, I'm telling you, it be them tall ones. You be kind of like the hell, right? So, because I'm short, all my kids gonna be taller than me. Now, I believe my son is gonna be the tallest. My middle girl then told me already. She's like, no, I think he's gonna be taller than all of us. I believe that because he is legs. That's all he is legs. But it would make sense because me and his daddy is short. Speaking of the angel, she just walked in now. Ain't you 5'9", right, baby? You 5'9", right? Last time we checked, you was 5'9", right? Oh, uh-huh, height. Yeah. Okay, you 5'8". Well, we gotta go and get her checked because she's still around. But tall. You know, and I don't like, when you coming around the corner, you gotta make noise because you just can't be walking up on me. Yeah, nigga, I got reflexes. You already tall. All I see is something tall and blurry coming out the side corner of my eye. I ain't gonna ask no questions. I'm that type of person. You know, I'm going. I'm sorry, baby. Mama ain't mean to hit you. I just seen something charging at me. You know, you got to be careful with short people. We think different. We think different. You know, we always got to be looking over our shoulder like, this niggas be watching, boy. Whoo. Hey, you know how it is. Hey, y'all tall people ain't got to worry about that because, people ain't going to want to try y'all. They going to try y'all from afar. They just ain't going to be walking up on. Tall people like walking up on short people. I don't know why y'all like doing that shit. Y'all love it. Like y'all get a kick out of that. Don't walk up on me. I will fight you. I will. Especially if I can't see and it look like something fast, blurry coming. I'm just have to. You can just gonna have to. Listen, you're gonna have to believe that I am, in all sincerity, asking for forgiveness because I'm going to throw blows first and then I'm gonna ask for forgiveness later. I'm not playing with your ass. I am going to start just throwing bows. Look, I'm from the country. I'm not about to ask you no damn questions. Hell nah. We got all kind of shit that be, we got Sasquatch out here, black bears, the abominable snowman. We got all kind. Well, same different. Okay, still, we got all kind of shit out here. You can't just, you can't, Shoot. I'm saying this to make y'all laugh, but the truth is, you get the gist. You get the moral of the story. Don't walk up on me. You better make some noise, goddammit. Ain't no bunch of ninjas and shit. And if you a ninja, you best make it to, Bruce Lee my ass. You better be Bruce Leroy and without your ass over there. That's what I do know. With over there, with over there. Don't come over here. With that said, my brother, I told y'all, 6 different martial arts, 7 different martial arts. He's learned the art from a young grasshopper. The art of, he tried to teach me too, the art of walking in stealth mode. And he naturally does that shit. And my brother is 6 feet or six something. And I can be in the kitchen. Don't walk the fuck around. And I had to tell him several times, you better make some noise. I will hit you. Nigga, ain't nobody got time. You be scaring your coworkers. See y'all, and see y'all, you 6'3", so you be doing that shit on purpose. I promise you, y'all. To all my shorties out there, let me tell y'all a little inside thought, cause I can hear these motherfuckers stuff. I'm telling y'all, they listen. They don't be meaning. Tall people do not be meaning to scare us, but they get a kick out of the way we react. That's why we got to start hitting their ass. We got to make our short people vow on this live to just start. So these motherfuckers will stop. Stop. Okay, I'm about to create a coalition against tall people scaring short people. Y'all, this is not fair. It's like a job description out here. Like people is hiring. Y'all need to stop. I promise you, I'm gonna be mad if I find tall people purposely coming at me in Walmart next time I'm in the store. Like, I'm gonna start taking stuff off the shelf and throwing shit. They gonna be trying to figure out what the heck. Okay, I'm done. No, astronaut Bud Lightyear movie. Girl, you said Bud Light. I thought about beer. I was like, ooh, it's been a long time since I had one of them. That's how you know I ain't even think about no damn Disney movie. I seen Bud Light, child. You know what? I'm gonna let him see it. Yeah, they get a kick out. I'm telling you, my brother and my cousin used to get a kick out of scaring me, and they both taller than me. So I know for a fact, tall people get a kick out of scaring short people. I know it to be a fact, and it does not have to be Halloween. You walk quiet too, child. Let me tell you something. Don't vacate with me. If we go on a vacation, you need to. We're not staying in the villa, okay? You're gonna have your own little place over there, okay? Because if you walk like that and you don't make no noise, I'm gonna fight you. I am going to fight you. It's inevitable. And how you know it's coming? I'm gonna give you this look. And it's gonna instill the same fear of how your mama looked at you at the corner of your eye when you was in church and you was making all that damn noise thinking because you was in church she wouldn't go snatch your ass up and snatch your soul. That's gonna be that same look I'm gonna give you. And then it's gonna make you reminisce. You're gonna hear that song play. That means it's coming. Okay? I don't play. Your daughter's boyfriend. Child, let me tell you something. That's good. Yeah, y'all silly. A lot of tall people be silly as hell. Yeah, I don't play with tall people like that. I'm the kind of person I get comfortable with you after I see you laughing too hard. Why you laughing too hard? Because you tall? Stop laughing because you tall. Y'all, I'm playing. Let them tall people have their fun too. Tall people need their fun too. They have issues too. They can't ride every ride. They can't ride every roller coaster ride because they tall. Some people can't ride that shit because they too tall. Feet be hitting the damn thing and they gonna slow the ride down. Or their feet might get caught up underneath the chain. Y'all know, sure. Tall people be having issues too. What about them plane seats? Huh? You sitting on the plane. You can't buy extra leg space. You can buy extra seat, but you can't buy extra leg space. Shit. They be having issues too. What about, let's talk about the high water pants issues y'all be having. Just because y'all tall don't mean y'all can go to big and tall. Should y'all be tall and slender? Some people got hard time finding clothes because they tall. Oh, poor Shed, baby. Mon chéri. Woo, woo, woo for the tall people. Oh, Lord. This is horrible. The Nephilim is coming. Don't mind me, y'all. I be cracking myself up. I got so used and comfortable by just being me. Child, let me tell you something. Oh my God, I be cracking myself up. I said, this what comedians feel like. This must be what comedians feel like. They be losing their mind laughing at themselves, cracking themselves up. Because you got to see a lot of stuff from a different perspective in order to make it a joke. Uh, you go, get back. Get back.
Hey, I better tell you something secret.
What's up, astronaut? You got to move. What you want, baby? What you want to tell mama?
I think there's a solar eclipse. Do you see eclipse? Let's see.
Come over here. You know I can't.
Yeah, the solar eclipse is too small.
You had to fly business or first class. Damn, I feel. Well, I don't. I can't feel sorry for you, but
Hey,
that
guys!
just means you got the money to do it. You know. And hey, kudos to you.
Have some watermelon?
Y'all just be all in the way for no reason. Can't pass down the aisle because y'all legs just. Excuse me. Okay, excuse me. Y'all move this way, y'all still in the way. Move this way, y'all still in the way. Y'all can't. Oh. Oh, okay, I'm done. Oh yeah, Paula, you right. Shoot, shout out to the tall people, man. Shout out to the short people. Ain't that some shit? Short people want to be tall. Tall people want to be short. Just let you know in human design in its entirety and the way we think and how we tick. Nobody's really ever satisfied with anything, are we? I guess that's why it is so important for us to love ourselves as we are, as we grow. Because, man, let me tell you something. This world will pull the wool over your eyes and beat you up and say you did yourself a number. They will black your eyes and say you did it to yourself. You have to know who you are and be content and secure in that. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and otherwise, psychologically, all of that. Stay grounded and be grounded. And I'm telling you, you get so far with that kind of mentality because it takes all kind of different people to make up the world. And I'm so glad that all of us are different. You know, we get to see these different colors and variations of humans and different backgrounds and different creeds and different, you know, spiritual walks of life and different languages and different hairstyles and different means and modes of speech and connectedness. I think it's so beautiful to be different. So we have no choice, man. If we're going to help this earth evolve, we have no choice but to celebrate the differences within each other. Like I posted not too long ago on the community board, what makes you different makes you beautiful. We have to. We need to stop, y'all, sisters across all races, including star races. We have to stop looking down on a man when he is in tune with his feminine energy. If a man likes yoga dancing and he moves his hands in a motion that you're not used to seeing, that does not make him a bitch or a wimp. Matter of fact, that actually makes him stronger, huh?
Mommy,
Huh, baby?
make it out. It's the moon is blocking the sun.
Oh, my
Make it get out of the way.
Okay.
But mommy, why the sun doesn't come back?
Well, because the sun has to take a break too, like us.
How we gonna drive in the green?
Okay, the pop. Oh, my baby.
How will we know how we go in the morning?
Okay, shh. We're gonna talk about this later, okay? Bookmark that. Okay? We're gonna talk about that later. So, you know, you know, I really believe in, you know, the interconnectedness and the connectedness of everybody, you know, always just celebrating who we are and our differences. The world would be extremely boring if we were all the same height, all the same size, all the same color, the same hair, the same. There's no diversity. I mean, what is the point? You might as well just off the whole earth, you know. And this is why evolutionary changes here because it's all about celebrating everybody in who they are and what they are and as we are becoming. And I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful to come across different people, you know, and y'all are so beautiful to me. I like staring at people who provoke deep thought. I like looking at the facial structures of people and wondering, wow, I wonder who they are, what they were in the past life, or who they are in the past life, or in this life, like what they're connected to. Like Brianna Latrice. She's one of those beautiful girls that I love staring at because she looks like a cat to me
Well,
in the
mommy,
face.
why the
Brianna
sun
Latrice looks
doesn't
like
come back?
she looks like a cat, and I like her facial structure. I don't know what
Hey,
like just
well,
naming people.
mommy, why the sun doesn't come back? Who does it?
Okay, so we're gonna talk about that later. So yeah. So I'm just, I celebrate that and um I struggle with a lot of hereditary things. I struggled with a lot of hereditary things. I remember I had went on this diet when Adderall first came out. Adderall did not come out as an ADD or ADHD or pill. Adderall came out as a weight loss pill. When I first took it, this was 17 years ago. It was a white pill with blue specks, and I went to a weight loss specialist not too far from where I live now, and he put me on this pill, and this pill made me lose a lot of weight, but it made me feel like a crackhead. I was very so. They did some tweaking to the pill Adderall since then. Because apparently people use it to study and get through college and all this other shit. I don't know, but it made me feel like a fucking crackhead. Like I could keep still. Like I had a gallon of coffee all at once, that kind of thing. Like, and I just didn't like the way it made me feel. It made me lose weight. It curbed my appetite. But
Well,
let me tell you what
mommy,
ended up
I
happening.
had to come back and service it. I
Okay, honey. So what ended up happening was I ended up I ended up
Do you broken my son?
birthing. Let me use that in myself hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia, hypo, which means down, not hyper, which is up. Turn that down, please. Turn it down now. Or go in the room while I'm talking, okay? Thank you, baby. So, how I ended up getting hypoglycemia, which I thank God it's healed. And it healed as I began to heal. Hypoglycemia came upon me, number one, because Adderall did not make me eat. So therefore, I went from consuming a lot of sugars to barely nothing at all. No carbs, no sugars, no nothing, because I wasn't eating. So I was losing the weight fast, but I wasn't eating anything. I would go days without eating and my sugar levels would be all over the place. I had nothing to maintain my sugar level, right? So the alpha ALA, the alpha lipoic acid or something, I would have to. But anyway, anyone who wants to go on a different lifestyle and you have struggled with hypoglycemia before, you may want to get on an antioxidant that is going to help you with the sugar metabolisms to keep it balanced, right? Also, you may want to look into some cinnamon bark root or cinnamon pills, that kind of thing, to maintain, if you have hyper, cinnamon to help you drop it. Garlic and onions also help you drop sugar levels as well if they're hyper. But I was hypo, which means under. So because I was under, the spiritual connotation of hypoglycemia, glycolic index, glycemia, right? IA, which is something that you are embodying. the spiritual connotation behind that, the spiritual breakdown behind what I had was I did not feel protected. And that is exactly why that's what prompted me to lose the weight. Because there was a sense of abandonment, rejection, throwaway, not protected energy. So I was always self conscious about my body weight, right? Oh, it was known as speed, child. I didn't know that. Thank you, Ebony. And so it took me over, I want to say, over about 5 years to heal my hypoglycemia. Ironically, what helped me heal it was the fact that I ended up becoming overweight. Over time, as I kept having children and I would eat pastas and stuff, the things that you're not supposed to overindulge in, I believe because they were high in carbs and carbs turns into sugars, they help boost my body back up to what it was used to when I was a kid. Because let's be frank, most of us, especially us hood kids, we eat them project snacks, them honey buns, and them white over glazed donuts and shit. You know how we do. And we eat all that candy and shit. So we grow up with a high index of sugars in our body already. So your body has adjusted to that. It does not necessarily mean you're going to be diabetic prone. That is not what that always means. Let me tell you a secret. Diabetes has nothing to do with your sugar index. It has everything to do with the cholesterol on your artery walls. Okay? The less cholesterol that you have on your artery walls, the less likely you will be able to contract diabetes. Okay? This has everything to do with an unhealthy balance of fat, not sugars. All right? They try to say, because if that was the case, and you want to link obesity to diabetes, I know some people who are like this and they're diabetic. So you have to everything in moderation, right? So what I suggest some of y'all do is tweak, because what ended up happening was I ended up gaining weight. I ended up becoming almost 260 pounds on a 5'3" body frame. Now, for some of you, you know, and for some of you who knew me back then, my face was more fuller, that kind of thing. But I was highly uncomfortable. But I was trying everything to get rid of the weight. Looking back spiritually, I kept that padding on me. Padding, when I say padding, I'm talking about extra fat, excess fat. There were several reasons why that extra fat was on me. So don't look your nose down on people who are overweight, okay? Because we don't know what's going on in their life, what type of spiritual warfare they're fighting. Because I did not know until not too long ago, while God was walking me out of some things and walking me into some knowledge of things, that one of the reasons why I held that weight for my own self in my own mind was because I thought that was to protect me and to get people up off of me, because I had been molested and I had been violated from family members and different, backgrounds of folk. I did not want to be somebody who was sexually attractive, because I did not know how to handle sexual energy. So I was on the lower end of the spectrum of being molested, which was I was not promiscuous. I was the one that wore the oversized clothes to hide or take away from myself. So when y'all would see me come on these lives and talk, and I would not show my face or whatever, but every now and then I go live when I would be singing on Thursday nights and that kind of thing. Y'all would see me all dolled up, but the truth is, I was hiding still behind my clothes. Now when I'm dolled up, now when I get dressed, now when I'm out and about, now it doesn't matter if I got a face full of makeup on or not. I am still fine on a worse day, and it's because of what's within now. I don't make they don't It doesn't make me. I make everything that I wear. And I'm gonna say this with confidence. It's not cockiness, it's confidence. You will want me to endorse your shit. That's how I feel. Because that's how much growth I have done. I'm all that, a bag of chips and plus the tax and a soda water. And you should think like that about yourself too. And when you think like that about yourself, can't nobody pull the wolves over your eyes and just come to you like, hey ma, you know you fine, right? That's how they get you. Cause all they gotta do is compliment you and tell you how big your booty is or how nice your titties is or how good your smile is, or you got a fine ass face and all this other stuff. And, okay, and then next thing you know, you knocking the boots, and now you stuck with a man 18 years or more to life who was a damn demon, or a woman who was a damn demon. Cause all he or she had to do was compliment you on your physical, and that's all the work they had to do was bomb you with some outward appearance shit. So it's about being rooted and grounded in who you are. So that way, when they say, "Oh, you know you fine, ma," oh man, you know you handsome young man. Oh, thank you, I know. And it's not you being cocky; it's you confident. Or oh, thank you, and you keep walking, and the next thing you know, oh, she ain't even stop, or he ain't even stop. Shit, I shouldn't have said nothing. Shit, yeah, you shouldn't have said nothing. If you complimenting me is supposed to stop me from what I'm doing on my day, so that you can talk to me and possibly think you can get in my under. No, we're not doing that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You have a nice day and keep it moving. Oh, thank you, ma'am. And me, I'm the kind of person that if you find and you telling me that, and I know you got a fucked up agenda, I'm like, oh, you ain't too shabby yourself, and keep it moving. And wouldn't even turn around because a lot of times they watch you walk away, and they want you to look. They trying to see if you're gonna look back because looking back is an indication of you thinking if did I just pass up on something good? No, just don't look back. Looking back is an indication of thinking you're passing up on something that may no. Keep going. What's meant for you will find you. Trust me. Trust me. And that's for men and women because you got women playing these games too now. Hey yo, I see you. What size shoe it is? 13? Shit. And I would be like, no, it's a 15. Um, is my burger done yet? Thank you so much. You have a great day. Now walk away. You don't need to know my shoe size. What is that supposed to mean? You got a lot of people got big feet, and that's all they got is big feet. 56, 56 in the building. 11, 11. What is that? That's all you thinking about? It's those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's get to know one another for who we are. Outward attraction is all right. That's cool. But who wants a fine toxic person? Nobody. Not nobody in their right mind. But you do have some of those people out there because they it's about what others think about you. How do I want it for the look. I want it for the fashion. That's all you want it for? Damn, you don't want much. And then when that gets tired, you turning over in the bed in the morning to look at a pretty face, but she keeps you in debt. Or a man that he could lay pipe, but he can't fix a pipe. Good for nothing. You can lay pipe, but you can't fix the pipe underneath the so you gotta go under there. I gotta go under there and play handyman. You don't know how to fix a light bulb, my nigga. You don't know how to unscrew a light bulb. Wow, damn. So you're just a man who don't know how to do. Oh, wow. I know this like my ex-husband. I gotta tell you this. I have to put it out there. He did not like fixing things, but I was the one who fixed stuff around. Listen to me. Now I gotta sit up on this because shit about to get real. I don't know what it feels like to have a man who sees a need in the house and goes after that need. He used to tell me this all the time. He never liked. He thought that doing handiwork and fixing stuff around the house was working hard and not smart. He used to always say, he liked doing computer work because he's sitting down at a desk, really doing nothing but typing and stuff. And yeah, that's a mental strain and all that other stuff. But he's told me out of his mouth, And there, you got some people who just not meant to work those kind of jobs. But you're a man, and at this time in your life, like, okay, I get you don't want to do a 9 to 5. That's backbreaking. I'm not trying to make you do something backbreaking. My issue is that there's something in the house that needs to be fixed. You can't get your fat necked ass up and fix it. I thank God that I am a DIY kind of girl. I didn't never complained. I when I tell you I was the one who always fixed shit, I am not lying to y'all. Do you know when the tire got flat, I was the one changing it. I'm not playing. I'm for real. If the tire was flat and I had, if we needed air, I was the one getting out, putting the air in the tire. If I would have to ask him, can you please pump this gas while I go in there and pay for it? He would sit there and watch me pump the gas. Now listen, y'all, I'm not saying that all the time, you should be putting men in these positions to do, because there will be times where you will have to suffice for yourself. You're going to have to do it for yourself because a man may not be around, or it's just you may be put in a position where you're going to have to be your own savior in that case and point. I get it. But let me tell you something. There is something extremely sexy about a man who can take the initiative. I'm telling you, sisters, when a man sees there's a problem or a need and you don't have to open, I'm almost going to cry right now. When you don't have to open your mouth to ask for help because he sees that help is needed. If you got a man like that and he's genuine, please, sis, please overlook the fact that he might pick at his scabs. Like, come on now, like little small stuff. Okay, so he got a receding hairline, but he's a good man. Overlook it. If he's genuinely like sent to you by God and he's a genuine man, babe, I heard something going on in your car. It don't sound like it did last week. It sounds like something's pulling it. Can I look underneath? You mind if I? Some men just won't take it. Give me your keys. What? I want to see something right fast. Okay, what? He may tell you, I'm gonna look at your car right quick. Okay, and you looking like what the hell? And then next thing you get in your car and it's running quiet. It's purring like a cat. It's something about a man who takes initiative. Ladies, because we got to make that shit even. Do you have to be told all the time to clean your house? Do you have to be told all the time to cook? Do you have to be... You can rub his feet. So, ain't nothing wrong with rubbing that man bunions. Ain't nothing wrong with cracking his back every night. I'm telling you, there's perks to being a good woman. And look, I'm talking about naturally too. Like, do the things that come naturally to you. If you are a woman that pampers a man by rubbing on him and massaging his... Girl, if that man ain't even got a hair, he could be bald head shit. Lay him across your lap while he watching a movie or his sports and just massage his head. I'm telling you, it's gonna blow his mind. It's gonna rock his world. He gonna be like, the fuck? He ain't gonna know whether you trying to kill him or try to... Like, he gonna be... should I be nervous or should I... What's going on here? So I'm telling you, do what's natural to you. Don't force it. Don't try to be somebody else. But catering, I'm telling y'all, man, and maybe it's because I'm a giver, but have you ever given something to somebody and it genuinely lit their face up? It makes you want to give even more shit, right? It makes you want to just keep giving to that person because you can see that it's genuinely appreciated. I get off on people's face. Like, you can see that you have literally made a difference in that person's life. And you're like, oh, wow. And it's addictive to you, right? So that's how it is with me. That's how it should be with others, anybody. And if you find somebody like that, come on, man. She got a gut, so what? She got a little butt, so what? She ain't got a fat ass. So her titties is big. Okay, so she's shaped like the letter P and not the letter B. So what? So what? Or the letter D. Like, so what? So what if she has or she doesn't? So what? Does she put a smile on your face? Are you content? Do when you at work, do you feel like you want your day to rush by because you just can't wait to go home to her? If you got that energy, so the fuck like, come on, bro. Let's be grown at this point in time in our lives. Let's be grown. Let's be grown. Let's be grown. Okay? It's simple. Also, simple hygiene. Simple hygiene can go a very long way. Sisters, because I heard something about Nick Cannon, and I don't know how true this is, but allegedly, Nick Cannon had said something about, or maybe it's not alleged, maybe they have footage of him saying it on his radio show when allegedly he said something about, most women stank. And then I said to myself, if that's true that he said that, then that means most women he's messed with stink. That's what that shit mean. That ain't most women. That's what most women you be fucking. That's the ones you pick. Because let me tell y'all something. Y'all go for them cute ones, but them be shut up. The Instagram models and all that other shit, they be the ones who go 4 or 5 days without washing their box. Because they think they just supposed to get by on cuteness. I remember this one girl, I'll never forget it. I was so shocked when she said this. Y'all, my nose is still itching. We was sitting on side each other, and this bitch said to this guy, "Oh, I don't do number 2." I looked at her. I said, "Oh, her mouth gotta be funky. Her breath has to be either stank or this bitch is lying. You don't shit." That's what I wanted to ask. Like, so you think you that pretty that you just don't shit, or you're sitting here lying and you want us all to believe that you don't? You eat though, right? So where is it going? What do? You piss poop? Like, what the fuck? Explain to me. Do you throw up your shit? Like, how? What do you do? Does it come out your eyeballs, or like how do you excrete? I want to know. I want to know because of the simple fact that people think. Listen to me. I'm trying to help y'all because this is about to get extreme. You got a lot of people out here who think they can skate on life when it comes to just looks alone. That is not what's going to get you where you need to go. It may get you where you need to go, but it's not going to secure you, sis. It may secure the bag for today, but tomorrow it will not extend that bag. I promise you. What are you going to be able to stand on when your beauty and your looks fail you? Because you're going to get into a building, trust me, that is, in order for you to be sustained there, is going to go beyond look, shouty. Can your mindset match up with are you beauty and brains? Cinnamon toast, let me tell you something. You right, sis. There's a lot of shit. Let me tell you something. I know my ex-husband is crying. I know he crying. I'm going to tell you why. You know why? Because I'm telling you, God knows this is not cockiness. He will never find another woman like me. He didn't have to ask me for shit. And if he asked me for anything, he did it in such a mean demeanor as if I was his servant. I'm telling you this. I remember this man coming home he was coming from Atlanta, Georgia, coming back to the West Coast, coming back to here. At 4-5 in the morning, you got a 4-5 course meal cooked. And I did it to make sure it was fresh. You didn't have to ask me a lot. And then, at the times when you don't see the house is there, I would be depressed. You're going to have, so that's another thing. I had my moments where I'm cleaning up, but right now I'm depressed. And I'm doing this shit by myself. He didn't have the discernment to say, something's going on with my wife. I can see something's wrong with her. So let me take the initiative and do that. You know what I'm saying? My husband doesn't need to take the trash out every day. But that was the one thing that I used to always ask him to do. I had to keep a 2-story home clean. So now I'm asking my kids, yes, yes. Can you give me that it's that bucket of chopped up watermelon at the back of the refrigerator? Thank you so much, sweetheart. Oh, he said you have to bathe. Yeah, so I'm just saying, yeah, there's women who purposely don't. They just I do snort when I laugh sometimes. Thank you, baby. You know, and men a lot of time. What you going? No, sweetheart, I don't. I'm not doing no grapes right now. I'm just doing this. You know, and the truth is, a lot of the men who be accusing women of stinking got dirty dick. I said it, and I'm not gonna take it back. Most men, not all. Listen, and who gonna check me, boo? Huh, Paula? You'd be surprised. Some of these men be passing up on women because they ain't got enough ass. My thing is this: y'all get these kind of women for what? To show them off, and then you find out she ain't got no place to live, and it's not because she don't know how to manage money. It's not because she don't have people she could stay with. She just don't. Or if she got a place and she been living with an air mattress for a year, not saving no money because she's too busy investing in being an Instagram model. She got all these nice clothes and all the latest fashion, the latest weaves and wigs, latest hairstyles, latest shoes. She acting like she being endorsed by all these different, wearing all this name brand shit. But yet, she ain't got no couch. She don't have the basics in her house or her apartment. You can't get mad when you get caught up on these type of women. And I'm not saying that because they shaped good. You got a lot of women who got some good shapes and they good women. This ain't got nothing. I'm just saying, y'all keep going for the karmic types. And then by the time y'all come across women like me, y'all broke, busted, and disgusted, and then y'all done in for it, and then y'all be trying to know, but you gonna suffer over there by yourself because nigga, you ain't healed, don't come for me. Yeah, don't get mad because most of the hoes you been fucking smell like old expired filet mignon. I know it's filet mignon. I said filet mignon. Not my fault your ass like rotten seafood, bitch. Listen, we like it fresh down here. We got our shit straight from the Gulf. Mama. I'm sorry, baby.
Please.
But it's true. You slept with them kind of women. You chose them kind of women. You get a woman with some integrity, you ain't gonna want to keep your hands off her because she gonna smell like marshmallows and child.
Don't tell her, please.
Hygiene is good. And men need to stop acting like this because they ain't got no cartouche cooch. Don't mean they don't stink either. Dirty dick stink too. And some of y'all have the audacity to be uncircumcised and don't pull that skin back. And baby, baby,
Mama.
baby, baby, baby. Oh, oh, baby. Pull that foreskin back, you heathen. And baby, shut that shit up. Walking around here like the Ace of Wands reverted. But some of y'all is just sick trying to call women out, but y'all nasty ass stink. Get in between the cracking them toes with all that damn toe jam and athlete's foot and nasty ass underarms. You want to talk about women's coochie boxes? It's gonna smell like something. Eventually, we all got to get sweaty. But no, it's not supposed to be stinking like fish and crabs. Okay? And it's supposed to be going that far. But then you can't be mad when you the one making her pH balance off to smell like that. Nigga, check yourself before you come for somebody else. I'm just saying. Shit. That's it. That's all. It's simple hygiene. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all, and this is not to take up for some of these women who just think they can get by on life, but the truth is, a lot of these women, especially the type of women that unfortunately these men like him go for to get on a serious note, a lot of these young babies have not been taught properly. I'm gonna just be real with you. They just did not have the right upbringing. If they in their 20s right now, most of them have been raised by the internet. I'm gonna just be real with you. Anything in their 20s on down, because society has made it to where if you got two parents in the house, most likely two of them need to be working. Unless one of them got a fire-ass game plan where the other one can stay home and raise the children. That's beyond some of us, okay? So you can't be blaming everybody. But then you got some people who have parents, but they're absent in the home. They're present there, but they're mentally gone. Some of them may be dealing with other shit, and they're just not as fit, or something just going on. But then you got some of these kids who they're orphaned. They being passed from family member to family member. The mama is in the streets. The grandma is like, look, I'm trying to be hot in the pants too. You got some of these grandmas who ain't trying to help raise the kids, because you got some of these grandmothers who are trying to be young. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You can see them on all the social media.
I ain't like that.
Well, I know you. I know they, out there popping their ass and shit. Don say I got his blood pressure up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I love my grandbabies.
And so, I just don't get it. You over there talking about how she stink, but then she doing your laundry in them damn skid marks. Is it them damn drawers and boxes? Call that nigga Dale Earnhardt Jr. NASCAR racer. That nigga doing the Indy 500 in them drawers. Nigga crash. Oh shit! That nigga done crashed and burned in him underwear. Bro, can't make this shit up. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. But I'm telling you. Listen. The Indy Fortune 5, not Fortune. The Indy 500 in them draws, just skid marking everywhere. You gotta be stop. Oh my god. Darlene says, oh, Miss V says, sound like my niece. Mama asked if I could take her. Of course, she said no. Aww. I would love to give young girls classes on proper hygiene. You don't know how many babies is in middle school and high school and elementary right now. I mean, elementary, they're learning. But middle school and high school, now it's the difference now if you didn't taught your child proper hygiene and they not implementing. It's like, okay, now look, I'm only gonna tell you so many times. I'm gonna have to let you go to school and get embarrassed for it to sink in your mind for you to, scrub a dub nigga. Cause you supposed to be a reflection of me in the earth and you walk around here just smelling like a Teletubby. No, we need to do better. There's a difference when you've implemented that over and over and over and over again and your kid is just being hard headed. But when it comes to somebody who, you know, you should know better. When you know better, you do better. Oh, they say he never uses a condom. He never strap up. He never put a soldier on his head, huh? Damn. I mean, hat on the soldier. Darlene says, I bet you it's a lot of folks in Hollywood at the clinic now getting them tests. Oh, girl, they been and got them. A lot of people in Hollywood be knowing they got something. So, I don't want to. I'm not about to say nothing. I will say this though. I used to work for a medical company. In 2012. I heard somebody say, uh-oh, yep. Let me tell you something. When you got access, or when you had access to medical records, this is why when you work in the medical field, they make you sign HIPAA law. Even if you never worked there, you're not supposed to talk about people's medical records because that's like you leaking private information without their knowledge. Now, you'd be surprised who got what. I'm not saying that I've came across people's folders. But I am saying you'd be surprised. That's all I will say on that. Not the wet wipes. Yeah, some men don't wipe. Oh, some men don't wipe good either. You could tell what he ate. Like, damn, is that a spaghetti-o? Somebody said. Yeah, and it's true. DJ the Bank. Some people just it's some. I'm telling you, some of these girls come from single parent households, and unfortunately, some of their parents don't ever be home because they're working so much trying to make ends meet, just to make it, just they checks looking like they robbing Peter to pay Paul, and that's why Lord, I'm so grateful and thankful that God is putting me in positions to change this shit because people should not have to be waking up day in and day out holding their breath just to get by. Like, we supposed to live in ease. Shut up, Afro Confession. Talking about, I'm eating. It's my burp. That's like that. So if that bothered somebody just now because I didn't burp, I don't care if that's bothered you. That's natural. I said, excuse me. Excuse my burp again. And it's not about proper etiquette. It's just having some kind of conversation. And some things that may convict somebody else may not convict the next person. Some people say, well, that's a natural body function. What I need to say excuse me for. And that is fine by me. Listen, I'm not that kind of person that's going to be holding that kind of stuff over your head. Because, you could be laughing and all of a sudden you pass gas and fart and everybody hear it. It's a natural body function. I don't want you to hold it. Hold it. Stay right there and hold it. Stay right there and hold it. No, don't hold it. Let it out. fucking up your gut functions for me. Uh-uh. Don't you hold your thoughts for me. Not if you care for me.
We don't talk about this.
Stay, funny little Valentine. Stay. So you know I'm getting tired.
We don't talk about Jess.
I know that feeling too well. Yeah, I know. Listen, I was taught. Let me just say it like this: I was taught proper hygiene, but I was in junior high school and high school with a single parent mother. I was the age of 11 when she became an official single parent. I was the age of 9 when they separated. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn some common sense and some street sense while she was being a single parent. So I get it. But again, it is all about the mindset of the parent to be able to mold the child. And, you know, I know some little boys. I know some little boys who got sisters. They older and they got little sisters who's teaching them as best as they can without crossing, boundaries. And shout out to them babies because, thank God you got siblings helping each other, man. I'm telling you, y'all, we need to pray, keep these babies up in prayer. The youth got it. Hey, the youth got it. It's some kind of different from these babies. You hear me? See my bird. It's a different kind of living with these children. Did you just say you walked down an empty aisle, fart, and hurry to the next aisle like it wasn't you? Girl, I did that the other day. And then, you go down an aisle that don't concern you with nothing. Oh, this the auto aisle. Uh-huh. Or you go to, this the camping aisle. You ain't got shit you need to be camping. Tear that damn aisle up. Oh, look at the garden hoses. Oh, yeah, we done all did that. We can sit here on this live and act like we never did that shit. We did it. Oh, girl, we done had church and class already. We just playing around, Alicia. Oh, yeah, I done had that plenty of time. You be looking. Shoot, I done had that walking to my car, walking from my car. You ever had them zigzag farts? Where you zig and zag the fart, so you fart over here and then you zigzag the opposite way, and then you zigzag back on the other way to make it seem like you don't cross smell. Yeah, that's how you do it. I know all the tricks. Anybody who want to act like they don't be doing that, they lying. Why you lying? Well, my lovelies. The last thing I wanted to tell y'all about, because I've already covered the title of my video. I'm going to end with this. I seen something in the store today. It was in the office section of the store. And it wasn't, in other words, it wasn't supposed to be there. It was out of place. It was a little stuffed toy. And it was Pennywise. It. Y'all know It, the clown, right? It was Pennywise. And something came to me about that clown. Right? So the name Pennywise literally means beautiful fear. Now that's an oxymoron, right? Apparently it's a African Dutch or Afrikaans origin, and it also means the clown, right? Beautiful fear. It's supposed to have an impact. The name Pennywise mean it has an impact on destiny and luck. I'm reading this because I looked up the meaning of the name Pennywise, which is what I was told to look up when I got home. Now I wanted one of the reasons why, and this is talking about beautiful fear, right? Pennywise meaning beautiful fear. Now the movie is called It. The children in the movie call him It. They don't call him Pennywise. They call him It. They learn of his name down the line. I like the original version better than the newer version of the movie. So this is what we have. We have a demonic arachnoid that shapeshifts himself into whatever you fear. And this is why it's called It, because they could not name it. It was not until the kids got older and was able to name that fear that they were able to go in that cave and kill that bastard. So one of the reasons why I agree to Pennywise being named a beautiful fear is this. I one of the things of the dark night of the soul is a Pennywise. It's the fear. In order for you to conquer your fears, you must have to acknowledge what makes you afraid. Once you acknowledge what makes you afraid, you have to face it. After you face it, you either get defeated or you conquer it. 9 times out of 10, if you've already got to a place where you can face it, you are going to conquer it. You cannot fail. I ask you today, what is your it? Everyone has an it. This is the kicker. Does your it have power over you? Can your it debilitate you? This is what your dark night of the soul helps you with. Some people have a fear of being alone. Some people have a fear of physical abuse. Some people have a fear of being stranded in the middle of nowhere. Some people are afraid of the dark. Some people are afraid of spiders, frogs, pigs. You got some really strange fears, okay? You got people. I remember seeing one show. This woman was afraid of olives, so they brought a jar of olives out. And I said, "Now them people playing with this woman. They wrong for this shit." But anyway, I was like, and she, and look, it may be funny to us, but that woman was naturally terrified of olives. She said it looked like green-eyed monsters or something. And ain't no telling what that woman has. That woman could have lived a past life where that was forced down her throat, and that's what killed her. We don't know, right? So I say to you again, what is your it? Every time, listen, the only way that Pennywise, beautiful fear, can remain it in your life is if you don't name it. I'm learning this out of my own experience. Being afraid, just you talking about fears, you are actually liberating yourself from them. This is why the enemy wants to keep us silent and mess with our throat chakras and mess with us and do all this other fuck nigga shit, because when you're quiet, you internalize. When you internalize, it brews. It's like mold and mildew. Mold and mildew needs a dark, hot, and wet place, a warm place to dry. The moment light is shown on that particular, that light starts breaking that bacteria down, and that mold cannot grow. So fear is like mold and mildew. You have to shine a light on it in order for you to conquer it. Because the moment you say, okay, this is the it in my life, you are in the beginning stages to conquering it. And it can no longer shapeshift in your life and take different forms. You understand? And There is, I'm gonna find, there's a meaning as to why he kept telling Richie, we all float down here, because that's an oxymoron. He was telling him to come down to the sewer to play with him, but then he says we all float down here, Richie. We all float down here. So my thing is, you're going down to go up. We all float down here.
Like boat.
But then he says like boats, which means life is but a dream. So then now he's playing, this is Neptune Piscean energy, playing on the illusions of fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So it makes sense. It's a lot of Neptune and Piscean energy, right? The moon card. And sometimes people are afraid of things becoming public knowledge. A lot of our adversaries that have done us wrong, especially while we went through our dark night of the soul, done a lot of evil and wicked things. And now, because now the power is in our hands, they are afraid of the things that they have done becoming public knowledge. But I decree and declare today, and it's a non-reversible fact, that everything that they've done in secret shall come to to public knowledge of the entire world. And they're going to want to die. They're going to be so shamed. They're going to have to do everything in their power to make it right. To even try to make it go away. It ain't gonna go away unless I say it go away. Right, and when you die, your body floats. So, right. So again, he, even though he's using it as a negative connotation, we can also say by false evidence appearing real, when you alleviate yourself from allowing fear to be your master, you in turn float because you become lighter. And if you become lighter in weight, you pack light. That means you hold the light. There's no darkness. Darkness means density. Light energy means to be of light like a feather. So when you say children of the light, we're talking about not holding density. Because even the word dimension means density. Right? Now, this is the irony of what I'm saying. To be in the 3D is to have three dimension, right? 3 dimension, which means you vibrate at a density of 3. If you vibrate at a density of 3, that means it's slow. In turn, think of ice and water and air. You cannot see air, but yet if you have a jar full of nothing, it's full of air. You can't see it, but the particles of air are so fast to where it's invisible. Versus water, it's there, but it's fluid. So the particles are more fluid, but they're not as apart as air. Versus when you freeze water, you get where I'm going. The particles cannot vibrate as fast, therefore it's slowed down and it's more denser. So you can have a pound of ice versus a pound of water, and a pound of ice can feel heavier. You get what I'm saying? So if you're vibrating 3D to and below, your particles is moving slower. That means you're moving at a slower pace, you're dumbed down, and nothing is working in your favor. When you begin to vibrate higher, you are becoming like water. Then you go from water to becoming like air. This is where the full card meets its 360, right? This is where the 0 becomes the 22 in the major arcana. Because now you went from being the fool in the beginning to the magician to the high priestess to the, empress to the emperor, that kind of hierophant and so on and so forth. Then when you get to the world card and you've completed the initiation, it resets you by going to master number 22, which is the full card all over again. The reason why it goes back to 0 or master number 22 is because in your initiation, you go from here to here. Now you've completed that. Now you've done with this, but now this stair step is now 0, but you're higher. So you vibrate, your density is not as dense. So when you're in the 4D, you're in what you call a final holding cell. This is where you're getting ready to be you're judged. This is the karmic Saturn justice that we're under right now. In the 4D, you're in a holding cell to see if you are going to elevate to the 5D and beyond, or are you going to be demoted back down, right? If you're demoted back down, you slow down, you don't vibrate as high, which means you don't vibrate as fast, and therefore you hold a lot of darkness, which is density. You become trapped to the dimension that you vibrate to. So if you're vibrating 3D and lower, you are trapped on a density that is not going to be sustained by the earth because she's not there. Even though this is a 3D world and she's you can see her in the 3D, she's tangible, but the earth is not vibrating in the 3D. You understand? So this is why you have to evolve or die. So the higher the dimensions, the lighter the density. So it's an oxymoron because you go higher in number, but you go lower in density. I mean, yeah. To increase in density means to get heavier. All right? So it's literally an opposite, but it's working with each other. Am I making sense? This is where the opposite of physics and chemistry happens. This is initiate hermetic knowledge here. This is what cannot be comprehended by the mundane mind. This is why you have to be here, but you can't be here. If that's making sense. So I encourage you all, if you want to vibrate higher, Lionsgate energy is here. It's going to be throughout the whole entire month going into the month of September. Don't let nobody tell you different. Solar plexus and sacral chakra energy, root chakra energy is here. We got a lot of protectors in the energy field right now that is watching over us, rooting for us. We will not go wrong in this season. We got this. Listen, the worst is behind you. The worst is behind us. Do you hear me? The worst is behind us. Listen, congratulations. Today is your birthday. You have made it through. I promise you. You've made it through. You have made it through. Okay? I want you to congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back. If you got here this far and you are in love and light, baby, you cannot go wrong from here. For a lot of you who was supposed to evolve and didn't, you're screwed, bitch. Sorry, but not sorry. You're screwed. You should have did your work a long time ago. You probably only left alive to be made an example of. Because at this point, people who don't want it, you're sick. You not trying to. I'm just saying. So I just want to encourage y'all before I leave. 5665. Again, there's mirroring energy here. We had a lot of mirroring. 313, 331, 33 was on the. Yeah, we got a lot of initiation numbers, and we have a lot of mirroring numbers because your fears is going to mimic. They're not mimic, but they're going to mirror some things back to you. Okay, and your fears is really your fears is going to show you where you need to work, what needs growth. Don't beat yourself up. If you like me, you have a tendency to be hard on yourself. God be showing me stuff like, dang, man, I thought I was, look, come on, man. Okay, all right, I got to work on this area. Okay, Okay, thank you. Like I told y'all today, I had to apologize to my guys because I was like, man, I was so hurt by what was going on today. I was like, I shouldn't even have to be in this kind of energy, and then I'm like, okay, let me reset. Everything is not going according to my plan right now, but you know what? I'm going to make the most out of my day. And the best thing about it is, Saints, tomorrow is going to be better than today. Because today was still better than yesterday. And I'm going to live by that. I'm going to live by that until the day that I transition at old age. And it's because I am going to be here to watch and be a part of heaven coming upon earth. I listen. I live to see it. I'm ready for it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I'm ready to see the meek inherit the earth. I'm ready for it to be one big old happy party on the earth, where where we shall not make war no more. Where we should make war no more. Where every tear will be wiped from our eyes, right here on this God's green, beautiful, plentiful earth. So remember, we're getting ready to see some beautiful things collective. The low vibrational energies is being washed away. They're being burnt up. They're being tossed into the heaven's furnace right now. I'm telling you. As we speak, they're being tossed. Some people are already gone. We're just looking at shell bodies, soulless bodies. That's all we're looking at. Some of these people are already have entered into their spiritual death. Their body is there, but their soul is not there. It's already been cast into hell, so they're just walking in torment. And their bodies will soon follow their soul. And the spirit will go back to which it came from, because the breath is the Nia is the spirit. But I'm just saying. So I pray, yeah, I pray that, to everybody that are on the right side of God, that is on the just side of God, congratulations. Let's have a beautiful weekend. Y'all know I be having my problems, right? Oh man, I feel like I don't be knowing how to have a good time no more. I manifest friends. I want to have some gut busting laughter over a hot meal. Oh, whatever. I kind of do like being alone, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like my own company. So, I told you I can be like a cat. Like I want you around, just don't pet me, bro. I know. I'm like, listen, it's the Libra. Don't worry about it. It's just be my friend, but it's just like 6 feet. We can play, but just not hopscotch. I gotta go. I love y'all. Peace and blessings, man. May God grant us all the desires of our hearts. May we overflow with gladness. For the garment of sadness, may we put on the garment of praise, joy, and peace. For every tear that we've cried, for every hurt that we've had to endure, for every pain, injustice, backstabbing, everything, malice, anything done toward us to hurt and harm us, may we get restitution back 100-fold. I'm telling you, may we get justice 100-fold. And may the peace of God that surpass all understanding encompass our hearts, minds, souls, bodies, and spirits. No matter what, God, don't let us go. Keep us in your hearts. Keep us enveloped and wrapped in yours. Make us one. We are one. We are one. We are in you and you are in us. Help us to laugh, smile, be loved, give love, receive hope, give hope, help with others' faith. May we receive courage for our faith. May we be angels and messengers in people's lives, and may we receive that type of support as well. Put us at the right time, at the right place, around the right people. Align us, God. I'm asking for every energy that works with us to align us with your divine and perfect will for our lives, so that you may be glorified through and through. May protection carry us and our children and our children's children all the days of our lives into 1,000 generations. As we ready ourselves to allow our children to go back to school, we ask for your cherubims and your warring angels, thrones, mights, dominions, principalities, powers, any and all types of guides and angels and whatever energies encamp around our children's schools so that they can be safe. Be with them on the buses going to and fro so that they can be safe. We cancel every assignment of the enemy right now until 1,000 generations. We render them harmless and powerless. We render them dumb, deaf, and blind, unable to do anything anymore to any of us righteous ones. And I speak of courage and a strength and a faith amongst us like never before. That we will be able to stand in the face of the enemy, blink and laugh because we know you hold all the cards, God. You know every play by play because you hold the playbook. Continue to keep giving us these spiritual victories and TKOs and touchdowns to help us keep winning these spiritual championships, God. Keep us, our minds, our souls, our chakras. Help us to develop a deeper prayer life and meditation life. Help us according to how we digest information, whether we have a short attention span or not. Just lead us on the path. Guide and direct our footsteps. Help us to acknowledge you every day before our feet hit the ground. Help us to acknowledge you in all of our ways so that you can direct and guide us. We love you so much. We're grateful and thankful for you, the lesser deities, all energies, ancestors, animal guides, spirit guides, angel guides, everybody and everything that exists on any shape, form, or fashion that has been helping us to get this far. We are eternally grateful. We will always end our day with gratitude and begin it with gratitude. And so I send my love to receive love in Jesus' name, in the name of love. Amen. I'm gone. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Y'all be good now. Don't cut up too much without me. No. Don't have too much of a party without me. If y'all do, at least have enough fun for me and send me some old love. You know, I'm the love whore. I love love. I love to see it. All right? I'll see y'all soon.